to Ford High School, Sunnyvale Raider football on Raider Media. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. David Griffin alongside Brandon Kroska, Buck Baskin, our producer, and a wonderful bevy of young Sunnyvale students helping us broadcast tonight's game between the Sunnyvale Raiders and the Ford Panthers. We're at Little Field here in Quinlan, Texas, home of the undefeated Quinlan Ford Panthers. Big opportunity there. Oh, Brandon.
And hot takes from the up in the bird's nest above the.
He's still on somehow.
I don't know how you can. Oh, that's. Hold on.
Let's do our best to see if we can. We haven't had a smooth broadcast all year. We had a good introduction there going.
That one's the crowd mic.
And next thing you know, old Buck Baskin's telling us what he thinks about the world.
You know, the schedule's always got to be one of those, right? You're looking against who you played. You look at the one-loss, Raiders, and they played some big teams, right?
They played the number 2 team in the state, which is really kind of it's kind of undisputed that Carthage and PG are 1 and 2. Although Carthage played a tight game last week.
Well, and it's one of those things, right? It's a one-loss team with the Raiders coming into an undefeated Wills Point, and no matter who you play, you got to be able to finish those games. You got to do what you ought to do,
right?
And get those wins. It's not always easy, right? It's not always easy to get those wins, and you got to finish out games.
So Ford High School here, you mentioned Wills Point a minute ago. That's next week's game. That'll be at home.
Gosh, I said
senior
that,
night. No big deal. But Ford High School, just so you know, they are 7-0, but it is an interesting ball game. This is an incredibly physical team. So two things you want to have accomplished here, Brandon. First of all, you want to get out of here with a win. That's important for the Raiders. The number one thing is to get out of here with a win. The second most important thing for the Raiders tonight is to make sure that they get out of here healthy, because every single time the Sunnyvale Raiders play the Quinlan Ford Panthers, I can just tell you it is difficult to get out of the game healthy. We'll see if the Raiders can do that tonight and avoid some kind of injury.
Well, and that's kind of one of those pieces of magic you got to get on any good season. You got to get through that, and you got to stay away from that injury bug. Actually, not even so far so good. We've had a number of Raiders that have come in with the problem, and come in late and miss games, and now we're back to full strength, and we're good from that perspective.
Yeah, well, we're going to take a quick break here. We're so glad that you've joined us here at Quinlan Ford High School. Sunnyvale Raiders 6-1, ranked 5th in the state. Quinlan Ford not ranked in the top 20 in the state, but not far out of it. This is a really good football team. You're going to see some very unusual play tonight from the Quinlan Ford offense. It's not always
we're with Coach Cody Stuts on the Coach Cody Stuts,
but we're going to actually – it's almost time for that. We're going to do it in just a second. I want to hear from Coach Cody Stuts and what he had to say about last week's game, the big homecoming win, the 77-0 win over Kemp, and as well as what we see in tonight's matchup. So earlier this week, got a chance to talk to Coach Stuts, and let's hear what he had to say.
We're here with Coach Cody Stuts on the Coach Cody Stuts show, and Coach Stuts, congratulations on a big homecoming win. Has to be nice to kind of get homecoming behind you.
Yes, sir. 2-0 in district. All of our goals are met so far, and we're excited to get going in district play.
You had to feel good about what you saw from your team. Of course, had Kemp outmanned, but to see the team execute had to feel good.
Yeah, man. Homecoming's always a challenge. There's a ton of distractions at times, and we try to just prepare the same way, regardless of who our opponent is. And our kids came out and executed well, and it was a good night.
I think we counted that, was it 9 different players scored a touchdown, at least 8, but I think 9?
Yeah, a ton of kids got to play. We have about 60 kids on varsity. We were able to get everybody in for a good amount of time. And, we had a ton of different kids show up on the production chart on defense and also show up on the offense scoreboard. Yes, sir.
Well, this week you head to what you mentioned is perhaps the most physical offense you'll play all year in Quinlan Ford. What can we expect to see from this team, and how has your experience in the past helped you?
Yeah, you have a coach's kid that plays quarterback, the principal over there. I know him. We used to coach together at Mesquite. Man, he's just a tough physical quarterback. The O-line's well coached. They love running, pin and pull scheme and kind of get you outflanked. They line up quick. They run a lot, and then they'll try to, when you're least expecting it, they'll play action you and try to take a shot down the field. And so, they're averaging about 48 points a game. It's the same offense we've been playing through the years. Man, they're well coached. Defensively, it's the same scheme we've been playing through the years as well. A ton of man out of it, a lot of pressure. And so, they're just a tough we always leave this saying, man, that was a tough football game. And it's always hard to go into Quinlan and come out with a win, but our kids are ready for this challenge.
Of course, big change this week, moving from a Friday night to a Thursday night. That makes a lot of changes for you, not only as a head coach, but also as a coordinator. How has that been?
Yeah, it's always tough to move games up a day, but the alternative being, on a grass field with potential, heavy downfall or lightning in the area. So I was super excited talking to Coach Wallace yesterday morning about moving this game up, and we're going to play sub-varsity games tonight. But it is definitely a challenge. Your prep time is an entire day, and so you got to be on point on Monday and Tuesday. But if anybody that can handle this, it's our kids. Our kids are smart. They study. They take pride in getting prepared, and no doubt our kids will be ready.
Well, Coach, congratulations on a nice start, and let's go get it against Quinlan.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
That is Coach Cody Stuts joining us here on Raider Media. We'll be back here right after this.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. For Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
We are back here at Leto Field in Quinlan, Texas. The Ford Panthers getting set to take on the Sunnyvale Raiders. The Ford Panthers are 7-0. The Sunnyvale Raiders are 6-1. And tonight, this will go a long way in determining who is the front runner in the district. Of course, Canton has something to say about that. They are also 7-0 coming into tonight's contest. I believe they are playing Wills Point. And that's, I think it's Ferris, and Ferris will be playing Kemp. And that's the district. And here we are, kind of 7 games in. This the 8th game of the season. It's hard to believe, Brandon, that we only got 2 more regular season games and this season's over.
Yeah, this fall, the beginning of fall has gone quick. As you know, we were talking about a little bit ago. Basketball practice for the girls just started off this week, so I had a lot of those. And yeah, we're about a week away. I don't know if you've mentioned that we're getting into volleyball playoffs.
That's right.
We're really close to really start. It gets really busy for a couple weeks when we have volleyball on top of basketball, on top of football, all happening together. But yeah, it gets into an exciting time in Raider sports.
Yep. Well, Raider Media is what you're tuned into, folks. Make sure you subscribe. There's several hundred subscribers already on Raider Media, but you want to make sure that you subscribe yourself so that every time you get into YouTube, it'll kind of let you know what's next. The plan for Raider Media is not just for football, but it's actually kind of pervasive and ultimately kind of through all things, including like pep rallies and fine arts. All of those kinds of things will ultimately be broadcast as well. Sunnyvale Raiders and Quinlan Ford set to kick off here. The captains for the Raiders tonight: number 22, Austin Helton; number 8, Kaysen Maupin; number 9, that's Brady Weiss and Woolston, Brady Woolston, and number 6, Paul Griffin. Those are your captains for tonight: Griffin, Woolston, Maupin, and Helton. 4:12 before the start of the game. The teams will meet in the middle. It looks like we're about to have looks like they're about to have the national anthem before the captains meet in the middle of the field. Not sure that's the way they intended for this to go. But here we go. Now we got the guys coming out.
Going to maybe go over some Raider stats this season. It's been quite the offensive run so far this season, led by the junior quarterback, Kaysen Maupin. So he's just under 17 yards on 101 completions this year, 21 touchdowns, and that's been across the board. We've got, in the receiving stats, what was that, 10 different wide receivers getting touchdowns this year, along with let's see, is that 8 different rushers getting rushing touchdowns this year. It's been a whole lot of touchdowns. We saw a lot of them last week, 11 in fact, and that was kind of across the board. And we'll have to see what happens here, right? You know, we talked about Wills Point.
You keep saying that.
Quinlan Ford. I know we're thinking about. Well, I'm thinking about that middle school game next week as we're kind of jumping between volleyball. But the Panthers coming out here, they're going to be a rough and tough and strong team, and we're going to have to see what this offense can do against, you know, a team that's had a lot of success.
Right. So number 8, I believe for Ford, I want to make sure I get this right. Number 8 is Peyton Wallen. That's the quarterback, a fine senior, 6'3", 230 pounds. He's a big old dude. And then number 58, that is a senior as well, Franklin Davis. I saw him a while ago.
5'9", 280.
Yeah, you know, honestly, I would be surprised if he's 280. But I saw him a while ago as the teams were coming in. I was walking in right next to them. The Ford High School is not here by Lato Field, and but what's interesting is that he kind of reminds me of Alaric Brown, honestly. Now I don't know if he plays like Alaric Brown. If he does, and did you see the game that Alaric Brown had down at Mary Hardin Baylor last week?
I did, and I know it's been kind of on the list. We've been talking about being able to go down there, but yeah, he's one that is quite exciting.
He has been unbelievable.
He was fun. He was one of
freshman.
those that just clogged up the entire middle of that defense, that defensive tackle.
No disrespect to anybody else, but probably the best defensive tackle or defensive lineman that the Raiders have ever had. And there's some other good ones. There's a lot of good ones, but that guy right there for a high school player, you can't get any better. A couple of good ones this year as well, both on the defensive and the offensive line. Nice to have Jude Miles back on that defensive line. We'll get to see a lot of him tonight. So it appears that Sunnyvale will receive, and Quinlan Ford will be defending the south end zone. There's a small breeze, probably 5 miles an hour out of the south, not a whole lot. We're actually outside tonight, and it is time now for the national anthem.
Yeah, it feels fantastic.
It's an amazing evening, isn't it? Now, if it rains any at all with all this
you said
equipment.
It. I got a tarp in my backpack.
Okay. We're all going to be under a tarp.
Yeah, it may not be that big, but we'll
do
see
what
how
we
it
can.
goes.
No doubt. Well, let's see if we can get the national anthem being sung by the choir of Quinlan Ford High School. Well, maybe not. That's a good shot. Get that picture. Well, there you go. The national anthem sung by the Quinlan Ford High School. There we go. I'm so happy that just happened for me.
What just happened? I missed it.
I'm not sure. Well, here we are. About to kick this thing off. Raiders will receive. They'll send back number 28, Walker, and number 1, Drew Gardner. Let's see who they kick it to or how they choose to approach the Raiders. A little bit of wind has just kicked up, actually. Not been any wind at all tonight, but all of a sudden, as the game starts, the Raiders get a gust of wind. Kind of will be in their face. Look at that. Maybe so.
I know it feels like it's to our back. I don't see any flags towards the field to really tell what it's doing at the field level.
Right.
But definitely one of those that we'll have to see.
So set to kick off is number 15, David Sanchez. Sanchez kicks it high. Fair catch called for and made at the 26-yard line by DeLaba. And it'll be 1st and 10 Raiders there. A lot of players play both ways for Quinlan Ford, including number 58, Franklin Davis, that 5'9", 280-pounder that we talked about a minute ago. He will try to clog up the middle. Also have number 60, Chase Geiger, up there. And then number 20 on the outside as Belcar Soto.
Yeah, as we see him at that nose tackle, or at the defensive tackle position, definitely does look reminiscent of AB. We'll have to see what he can do.
3 receivers the near side. No one on the far side. There's a snack back to Maupin. Turns, fakes it over that right side himself. He's going to break the 30, get out to the 30. What did he get to? The 34-yard line. It's going to be 34. A 6-yard pickup. 2nd down 4. Raiders quickly to the line of scrimmage. Try to set the offense here in a moment. Here's the snap. Looks over near side. This one's going to be thrown to Cross. Cross is going to be hit. Breaks the tackle to the 40, to the 50, to the 45. Cuts back inside to the 30. Nice job there by Griffin staying out of the way. Makes kind of a shield block instead of getting a holding call or a crackback block. And Peanut Cross all the way down to the 15-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Raiders there. Nice call there. Maupin hanging onto the ball to the very last second, and then Peanut Cross being able to break that tackle of the cornerback. Here, left side, here's the pass over the middle, touchdown. Nice pass there to Hudson Leonard, who's in for the Raiders score. Wow, that was efficient there, Brandon.
Yeah, after 2, I was trying to do all the math in my head to get that. But, yeah, about 51 yards to Cross, and then another 20 going to Hudson Leonard, and in the end zone very quickly and on the board.
So here's Gabe Pindiala on to try to add on that extra point out of the hold of Jake. It's 6-0 quickly with, here's the snap, a little bit high, but Jake able to get it down. And it's up and it's good. And the new score, Sunnyvale Raiders 7, Quinlan Panthers 0. We'll be back here on Raider Media right after this.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger's sweet and spicy bacon burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. 1 for you, 1 for him, and 1 for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
7-0, Raiders take an early lead. We're just a couple of minutes into this ball game, actually 33 seconds. And the Raiders on 3 plays, they score.
I was going to say 3 plays, 75 yards, and as you said, 33 seconds into the game.
So remember, the Quinlan Ford Panthers are not necessarily known for their defense. They're known for their offense. Particularly, we're going to see Devin Williams here in a minute, who is legit, and he and Mason Teague are really fine running backs. 7 and 3. Watch these 2 guys. They're on the outside right now here on the receiving team. So here's the kick by Pindiala. It's going to be into the end zone, even into the breeze. And here comes Quinlan Ford offense. The Raiders will send up front DeLaba, Stefan Wilson. We've got Milligan up front. Looks like that's Brady Woolston. And number 7, Rashad Grant. Raiders have 3 linebackers in, Smith, Helton, and Caden Lucas. Walker.
They got 5
Gardner.
linemen. That's a bit of a different look.
Yep. So here's the turn. Quarterback heads over right side, wants to throw it. The Raiders are there, and that ball is incomplete. No, my goodness, there is no way that is a penalty.
Yeah.
There is absolutely no way. There's no way.
Yeah, this one's going to go.
It's a spot foul, right?
go against the Raiders. I kind of call that good coverage. They were kind of diving for the ball, and he comes over the top. I guess they're going to say he grabbed that shoulder enough, but
how about that? I mean, what's crazy about that? I was Lucas on the coverage, but it didn't seem like anything. It was a 1-yard pickup, so it's going to be 1st and 9 now.
Should be an automatic first down. Yeah, so a 2-yard penalty, still 1st and 10.
No.
Yeah, they moved the sticks.
Oh, okay, it's an automatic first down, even though it's only 1 yard. Okay,
yes.
Well, how about that? 2-yard pickup, 1st and 10 now.
Man, that shaker's coming through that crowd mic pretty crazy. It's like you're here. It's like you're here with us.
Yeah. So there's some kind of question here.
I feel like
I think they're asking if it was catchable, right? Way out here.
I think it's late. I thought it might have been a double check on whether or not they moved the sticks, but looks like
they had to because the ball started on the 25-yard line. It was a touchback.
Right.
Here, quarterback with a really nice fake right up the middle. Here's going to be the ball tipped away and almost on the deflection, caught by one of the Panthers, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, so Wallen's trying to get it to Andrews there. I thought he had a bigger kind of in between the defense, but Gardner's going to come over and really, who is that? Is that 5 that came over also in coverage? So Klein Becker, so between the two of them.
So Becker was following the other receiver who almost got the deflection. So 2 receivers near side. Raiders shift. Here's turn, comes out to the near side. Here's a big hit. Ball's on the ground. Raiders had a chance. Here's the tackle from behind and a big loss. The Ford Panthers are way behind the chains at the 19-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and a long way for a running team.
So Wallen hands off to Teague, or tries to in this scenario. Ball hits the ground, takes a football hop right up into Teague's belly, so he's able to recover it. But that's going to be after a 10-yard loss, 9-yard loss.
Yeah, it could have been a disaster for Ford. Let's see what they do here. Got to maintain integrity here. Look who comes in, number 7. That is Devin Williams. This 10th grader can absolutely fly. He and Teague are both track stars. Here now, Wallen looks over near side, wants to throw it deep over the middle. That ball is going to be caught just enough for a first down. I thought for a second the Raiders were going to have it.
I think he's short.
I think he's short, yes.
Let's see.
They're going to say he got there.
They are going to give it.
Looked like the Raiders were in position there. That ball was thrown in the only place it could be, kind of behind the receiver, which allowed them to make the play. It'll be 1st and 10 now for Quinlan Ford. And now they're playing Ford football with 9:55 remaining.
Yeah, needed 19, got 20, and a fresh set of downs.
So here's the snap, turn, heads over that right side. Raiders tries to get outside. Raiders got to make a play. Oh, and a big job. Nice job there by number 1, Gardner. Makes the tackle. Now, you know what's really interesting? I'll leave this here. So 2nd down and 6, maybe 7.
It's hard to see the down markers with the Raiders right in front right now. But, yeah, handoff to Williams, gets 3 yards. I believe it's 2nd and 7.
It's about right.
A lot of different looks that we've seen out of this offense just in the short number of plays they've had so far.
Yeah, a lot of, they run a lot of unbalanced set. Here now, pitch over to that right side. Raiders try to get the fits. Not able to do so, and here's the ball over that right side. And a nice run there by Quinlan Ford. And the Raiders, have your chance. When you've got them behind the chains on 3rd down and 19.
Right.
What are you looking for there, Brandon?
I'm trying to calculate yards in my head. 25-yard run for Devin Williams and another first down. And I thought the Raiders had enough guys in the spot, but he's able to find a hole coming through. Really a good piece of running, good set of blocks that come through.
So it's 1st and 10 now for Quinlan Ford. Told you they would hold on to the football, and they'd run that thing a lot. So here's the turn, hands off, just a basic handoff over that left side, and Raiders are there, but not before he gets about 5 yards, which is all they want.
Mason Teague again on the run, and that's been the vast majority of what we've seen. Another 6 yards and a 2nd and short.
Right. Well, we knew they would do this, and once again, you got a strong squad, a lot of players playing both ways for this Quinlan Ford team.
Yeah, looked to be about 25
Two
players.
backs in the backfield. Turn, fakes it. Quarterback's going to keep it himself over that right side. Not a speedster, but big. And he's going to get a first down all the way to the 20-yard line. And Peyton Wallen, he'll just keep that ball over that right side. And once again, it's hard to reproduce this, folks. I'll give it to the Raiders. It's not going to be easy tonight against this Quinlan Ford squad. This is nothing like you see from anybody else in the state.
And we'll have to see. It's one of those, the clock continues to run. We're
8:08.
What is it, 3.5 minutes into this possession?
Yeah.
And they're, marching down the field. It's a lot on the ground. There have been a couple passes.
Yep.
But we'll see. It seems like they've got something going.
Here's the turn. Quarterback fakes the pitch, looks over to the right side. He's going to throw this one back behind the line of scrimmage. And a nice move here by the tailback. He's going to, Delava was there on him, but not able to make the stop. Way back, it could have been a big loss, but looks like actually it's no gain on the play, right?
I think maybe a yard.
Maybe.
But, yeah, really should have. I say should have. Delava had a good shot at being able to make that tackle behind the line. Shifty Teague, put a little shift on him. Mason Teague, the junior.
Right.
And able to turn it into not a whole lot of yardage, but, the difference of 4 or 5 yards.
Split receiver comes to the near side. Man in motion, turn. Here's that pitch over that right side. And the quarterback goes to block. That's kind of funny to me. That's a loss, actually. That's a loss of a yard.
Coming out to Teague again.
Yeah, that's a yard loss back to the 21.
That brings up third down again. This one not as long as the one earlier. Had a 3rd and 19 that they had the big pass to Teague. Let's see where they go.
So here's a 3rd down, and we'll call it 11. Tight formation. Watch these running backs. They like to, now, boy, look at all that motion. Look at how all the people are shifting. Here now is the pitch over to the right side. Raiders there, but not, able to make that tackle at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down and 9. Let's see what Quinlan Ford does. I'm assuming they're going to go for it here.
Yeah, 2-yard gain for Andrews.
Raiders want a big play here, and Coach Stuts calling it out. Wallen. .628. Once again, this is almost a 6-minute drive. And it's not over yet. 2 receivers wide side, 1 to the near side. Here now Wallen looks over to the left side, wants to throw it over the middle of the field. That ball is going to be intercepted. Look out here. Heading to the left side is number 1, Drew Gardner. He's quick to the 40, to the 45. Jukes a man inside the 50 to the 45, all the way down to the 41-yard line. Could have been a late hit there. And Drew Gardner doing Drew Gardner things and bringing that ball all the way back down here.
Yeah, Wallen, that ball just kind of gets away from him, puts it up high for Teague, gets a tip, and Drew Gardner's in the right spot. Thought he was going to fall a couple different times as he's coming up, and really does a good job coming the other way. And a huge 4th down.
Right.
Not only get the stop, but flip the field really with what he did. I feel like he looked a little tired at the end of that run. We're going to have to talk to Coach Stuts about that conditioning they've got going on.
So let's look up front. We got Ekwu on the far side. Next to him, we've got Brasino. We've got at the left guard is Brasino, and the right guard is Burleson. 3 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. There's nobody in the backfield with Maupin. Maupin changes it up here. Cross comes the near side. Here's the turn, hands over. Cross is going to keep the ball over that left side. Makes a man miss to the 30, to the 25, 20, runs over a man at the 12-yard line, gets to the 11, and it'll be 1st and 10 there.
Yeah, 29-yard run for Jaden Cross, and another big one. He's coming up on 100 yards on the ground pretty quick.
Here's Maupin keeping over that left side. He's going to get to the 5, to the 4, into the end zone for the Raiders score. And what a fight there by the Raiders, just putting it on the Ford Panthers. Their defense struggling right now to stop the Raiders. We saw some signs of this from the Raiders here of late. It's 13-0. And here comes Pendiala on to kick the extra point.
I'm sorry, that was Jaden's first run. The other big 49 yards he had through the air.
Okay. Here's the snap, the hold, and the kick by Pendiala. I think it landed back in Sunnyvale.
Just about. Or at least back in that poison ivy behind the track.
14-0 Raiders lead it. 5:48 remaining. We'll be back here on Raider Media right after this.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Houston Tulos in Sunnyvale today.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We are always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We are here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
Another possession gets them down. Raiders back on the board after the 11-yard touchdown run by the junior quarterback, Kason Maupin.
Yeah, man, the Raiders just doing a great job of breaking tackles today. You know it?
Well, breaking tackles and blocking down the field.
Yeah,
I saw Griffin down here. I saw Leonard down here that holds onto a block 20 yards down the field, and that's what really kind of helps. You know, now Jaden's got to plant his foot a couple times and get out of that backfield, but then when he gets into open field, you know, breaking tackles, running through things, he's a load to bring down, and he's not even that big.
No doubt. So here's Pendiala set to kick. So here's Pendiala set to kick off. Here's the kick. It's going to be into the end zone.
It's a little deeper.
Yeah.
First one just barely been in that end zone. That one was about
halfway.
3 or 4 yards down.
Yeah. Well, here comes the Raider defense, and this is where the game is going to be played today. It's very clear that the Raiders are going to have some success offensively, but defensively, this is a tough offense. Covered.
Yeah, and even when you start looking at some of these numbers, let's see, 10 plays for the Panthers and only 5 plays for the Raiders. Raiders going to need another stop. You know, Quinlan's going to run this clock as they hand it off.
They're going to call, I think they're going to call Stefan. I think they're going to call Stefan, first of all, for being offsides, and then they're going to call a face mask because he grabbed the helmet.
I don't know why they didn't call it dead as far offsides as
Stefan was offsides.
Oh, no, it looks like it's going to be off. Or he's pointing back and forth.
So offsetting, you think?
I think there's a possibility for it. We'll have to see.
So personal foul, face mask, against the Raiders. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty, and that is what you cannot do right there.
Another defensive penalty that's going to move.
Yep, another first down.
Move the chains, gets it up the field.
So now why is the ball there? I don't understand how they went from the 25. That's a 12-yard penalty.
Well, I think they're saying
from where it
lost
occurred?
2 yards.
Oh, okay. Well, still, I thought that was from the. I thought the worst you could do is from the line of scrimmage. I don't know.
Maybe they're calling it. Well, not.
So here, Juan's going to hand off left side. Raiders right there, and boom goes the dynamite. Caden Lucas and number 50 Jude Miles. Love having Jude Miles back. Woolston's going to step out, and Stefan Wilson's going to come back in. Number 5, I think, got the wind knocked out of him. That is Xander Sharp, the senior, 5'6", 145 pounds. So Wallen, the fine senior quarterback, has been starting for Quinlan for a minute for sure, and timeout forward. We'll take it with them. Raiders lead at 14-0 here on Raider Media. We'll be back here right after this.
We all know life at home has changed for everyone. At Trophy Nissan, you can now shop at home, drive at home, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home. That's right. Find the vehicle you like. Get your purchase started by clicking the red Buy at Home button. Get your trade-in value, apply for financing, and select your terms. And And the best part? We'll even deliver the vehicle to you at no additional cost. Shop, drive, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home.
Trophy, trophy, trophy Nissan.
So Quinlan Ford calls a timeout. They have a 2nd down and 10. Raiders call the offense over and get things set. $14-0 is our score here at Lytle Field. And it's a long timeout. We got a TV timeout here. Brandon. We should have played that. We should have played the Sea Life commercial.
Where was the guy with the orange arm?
Yeah, really. 2nd down and 10 for the Ford Panthers. Raiders out front. Here's a man in motion. Here's the snap. I think Stefan got back. I'm not sure. I didn't see a flag.
Yeah, I think he got back. Really good pursuit. And he's able to get a hit on number 3.
No, another 5. 3's out right now. I think 3 got hurt a while ago. This is Xander Sharp in now. I think he's in.
Yep, you're right.
For Mason Teague.
So that's going to bring up 3rd down. 3rd down and 10 from their own 37.
Yeah, now look out here. Here comes number 7, Devin Williams, and this guy can absolutely fly. 3rd down and 10 for the Raiders. I mean, for Ford Panthers. Raiders now in a 5-man front. I think there's a timeout called by the Raiders, defensive timeout. And we'll take it with them here on Raider Media. We'll be back right after this. So it's 3rd down and 10 for the Quinlan Ford Panthers after the Raiders call timeout. We went 1 play, timeout, 1 play, timeout. Now it's 3rd down and 10. Look out for the deep ball here, just the go ball to number 7, Devin Williams. Looks over near side, Raiders on top of him. They've got Wallen in his grasp, and he's down. And a nice job there. Love it. Love what we saw there. Caden Lucas follows his man all the way across the field. And, of course, the ever-trusty Klein Becker had Williams on lockdown. That's where they wanted to go with it, but there's no way to do so. And the Raiders are going to sub in and sub out here. I believe, is that Wallen? Is Wallen the punter? Is that correct? I can't see. Is that number 8?
Yes, that is number 8.
You got to watch him here. Oh, this ball is well over his head. It goes down. It's going to be picked up at the 5-yard line. Wallen's going to kick it. Ball's going to go out of bounds.
Honestly, that's a fantastic punt given what just happened.
Yeah, I mean, Wallen, give the kid a trophy, man. You run that thing down 20 yards behind you and then kick it. Now, it's a punt. You know, it's going to look like a punt for 4 yards.
Right.
But that's a beautiful 4 yards.
Oh, yes.
Because that ball should have been on the 5-yard line.
He had 3 guys in his face, but to be able to get around, get a good foot on it, and, save 30, 40 yards on that.
So it's 1st and 10 now for the Raiders.
And he stays in playing safety.
With their pink tails. So far side is Paul Griffin, Ben Griffin. Near side is Hudson Leonard and number 16, Harris. Jaden Cross comes in.
So much movement before.
And in motion is Cross. Looks over near side, wants to throw it over the middle. That ball is going to be caught by Paul Griffin to the 30, to the 25, inside the 20, down to the 17-yard line. 1st and 10 Raiders. Nice play design right there. Everybody's looking at Cross, and Griffin is running somewhat of a shag route.
Yeah, kind of the under route. I thought, yeah, definitely looking at cross on the wheel route out of the backfield, but nice, good yardage for Griffin.
Here's turn, fakes, looks over right side. This one's going to be thrown to Harris. He's going to get a couple of yards, but he tripped down as he was running that route.
I think it's only going to be a yard on the play.
That's right.
But showing good hands, able to get, look that in. Not quite what they're looking for, but if he doesn't lose his feet there, I think he's able to turn that corner and get another chunk.
So here's Maupin. That ball is way over his head. Maupin's got to go get on it. No, he's going to pick it up, runs over to the left side, wants to throw it away, goes to throw it, and that ball's –
oh, no,
that's going to be an incomplete pass. Now, you might call – I think it's hard to tell if he had a receiver in the area or not because he was trying to throw it.
Yeah, he got hit when he threw.
That ball was way over his head. O'Gwen had a guy right on him that time and changed some stuff up. So Raiders send in Smith. They send in Smith and number 1, Drew Gardner. Bring out, looks like Cross and Griffin come out. 5 wides this time for Maupin. Here's the snap. Maupin looks over right side. He's going to throw it. That ball's going to be caught by Smith into the end zone for the Raiders score. What a block over there by number 75, Cooper Eastman.
Maupin took a big hit on that one, but stays in the pocket and gets it up and in for the touchdown.
And how about that last second job there by So here's Pindiala on for the extra point, 20-0. Look out for Eastman here. It looks like he might have got hit in the leg. Here's the kick by Pindiala, not as high as usual. And it's up and it's through. 21-0, Raiders lead it. With 2:08 remaining in the first quarter, we'll be back here on Raider Media right after this.
Hi, I'm Paul McKee, and I'm one of the pastors of Community Life Church. We have a campus that's conveniently located right here in Sunnyvale. And as the new school year begins, it's the perfect time for you to join us. At Community Life Church, we believe in the life-changing power of God, and we know that people meet God here. At our Sunnyvale campus, we are adding a service starting September 8th so that we can have room for you. Our new service times will be 8:30, 10, and 11:30. We offer something for everyone: dynamic worship, inspiring messages, and programs for all ages. Our children's programs provide a safe and fun environment where kids can grow in their faith and make lifelong friends. Teenagers find a place to belong, discover their purpose, and develop leadership skills in our vibrant student ministry. All the details of where we are located and when we meet are in the caption, and you can check us out online at clifec.com. So we'd like to invite you to join us this Sunday at Community Life Church as we kick off the new school year. Let's grow together, support one another, and make this season of life the best one yet. We can't wait to welcome you home.
So here's the kick by Pindiala after the Raiders take a 21-0 lead, and it's over the head of Tyler Andrews. The 11th grader lets it go, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ford's going to come back out. We'll have to see what this offense does again. Not real prolific in that last possession.
Yeah. Now I do notice that Mason Teague is back out there for the four Panthers. You got to watch this team though. They'll keep doing that crazy stuff, and eventually you misread where the ball is. You know.
It's one of those, you got to really stay to your assignment, make sure you're filling all the gaps because they'll find one. They've got enough blockers. Generally, they're not trying to play that spread offense, right, like the Raiders are looking to do, spread the defense way out. They've got a lot of people in, like in this case. You got one split out.
And there's that run over that left side, and Raiders are there. It just such vicious blocking there by Quinlan Ford. Got to give him credit, even though not a lot of yardage on that play. Boy.
To your game, Tyler Andrews, one of the many, many running backs. And in fact, if you look at their 2 deep that we got from their coach, I think they've got about 8 running backs listed.
Well, they have to as much as they're running them.
And I think the only other thing they list them as is kind of an H or a tight end. Like number 28, Skylar.
And in motion, looks over to the right side, wants to throw it. This ball is going to be almost intercepted. I'm not sure they want to keep throwing it to number 3. He's having a rough night. Yeah, he's having a tough night, number 3. Mason Teague.
Especially in the middle, right? You've got Grayson Smith out there.
Yeah.
You've got Drew Gardner.
Yeah, that was Drew Gardner. That's twice. It's like, I don't really want to play when he's playing.
And a lot of these passes have been kind of high, right? So you're out there, you're reaching above your head, and you're just kind of putting yourself in a tough position.
Now, I noticed the Raiders have 4 DBs out there. They haven't had that tonight much. This is a different look.
Yeah, so 3rd and long. So they're calling it 3rd and 7 on the scoreboard. They're going to call this one.
Some kind of
delay.
I think it's a delay of game. Yeah, it's going to be a delay of game. And that's their game. You know, they wait a long time. But it's crazy they got a delay of game there because the clock wasn't running, Brandon. I mean, the game clock wasn't running. Of course, the play clock was. Be 3rd down.
23 seconds left in the quarter.
Third down and 12. Here's the turn. Here's the near side. Uh-oh, look out for Williams on the outside. Raiders see it, make the play, and
I think
not
this
sure
is going to be a
hold. Yeah, if it's a hold, it's going to be declined.
Raiders have the closing is so good with this group.
Yeah, you got to watch Williams when he gets outside. Devin Williams is a really good player. No. We're going to take 4th down. They're going to take 4th down. Look at it, Coach Stuts. They started moving the ball back, and Stuts is like, no. We're going to leave it at 4th down.
Yeah, it's going to be a gain of 2 and decline the penalty.
4th down. 4th down for the Panthers. Are they going for this? Surely not. Yeah, Raiders bring in a wholesale different team, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, there's 11. Jake Ivey on that far side. Once again, remember, Wallen is the quarterback, so that ball's almost over his head again. Gets rid of that one. Punts it. Walker, I guess, is going to get out of the way. This one's going to go way down. Look at the bounce that it got. Not even on turf.
Yeah, very nice flip of the field there for the Panthers.
Yeah, nice job. 59 seconds remaining. Raiders lead at 21-0. They'll bring out their offense.
Oh, that must have been 1:23, and the field goal upright was blocking the 1. I thought we were just at 23 seconds.
No.
Now it's 59. Yeah, 59 seconds left.
Ball's on the 28-yard line. Let's see what the Raiders do here. You feel like if you're a Quinlan Ford, this is do or die time, right?
Well, you know, it's first quarter.
They're going to call timeout? Ford's going to call timeout. We'll take it with him here. We'll take it here with him on Raider Media. We'll be back right after this.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Well, it's timeout with 59 seconds remaining. That's the second timeout called by the Panthers.
Right. Second timeout in the first quarter.
You know, and that matters for a team that runs the ball, because if you're trying to score at the end of the half, you like to have a couple of timeouts because they're running team.
Right. Yeah, a lot of what they do is on the ground between the tackles or kind of breaking out that next gap.
Yeah.
But to your point, really runs the clock. Holy cow. 4 guys on this
near side. Quads. Right side, here's the deep ball. Ball's going to be over the head of.
And,
they're going to call
good coverage on Devin Williams.
They're going to call some kind of formation issue, I believe, on the Raiders.
Had too many in the backfield?
I guess so. It'll be interesting to see if they take this or not.
Interesting look. One of the few times they've really kind of tried to isolate Hudson Leonard, just throw it up and say, go get it. I have to tell Hudson to run faster. Oh, this is on the defense.
Okay, they got them to come up and get on him. Okay, well, there you go. So somehow or another, that was a really genius play by the Raiders. First down and 5. See that DeLaba has checked in as kind of a tight end H-back. Griffin and Harris on the far side. Hudson Leonard here on the near side. Look, hands off this one to Cross. Cross over that left side, breaks another tackle. He's going to get a first down.
Yeah,
nice
exactly
8-9 yard run there. Yeah.
Cross, he's one of those guys. It takes multiple hits, multiple guys to get him down, and 8 yards later, another first down for the Raiders.
Can I just point out how many people are is there anyone in Quinlan that's not at this football game? I mean, look at this over there, Brandon.
Stands
it's unbelievable.
Stands are packed. It's fun football for sure.
Wow. 1st and 10 now for the Raiders. Man in motion is Leonard. He's going to turn, hand it over to the left side. Cross is tripped up. Just got a shoelace. Nice job there by Xander Sharp, the senior. Knifes through and makes the tackle. What's the call here?
Oh, flag way downfield.
Yep. Was it a holding call?
I would think where this is at, it's
got to be
on the defense,
dead ball,
right?
Personal foul. On the offense?
Okay, well, I think the only one over there was a Griffin.
No, and Harris, but I don't know what. No, they're calling it on Harris because he's sitting there and got his hands up in the air.
Oh, okay. Couldn't have been Griffin.
Well, could have been the other Griffin, but I don't think Paul Griffin is.
Oh, well, they're both out there, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So it's still going to be a repeat of first down. Not what the Raiders were hoping for here. Harris comes off, and they're going to talk to him for a minute.
Yeah, those are never fun going back to.
Yeah, now it's 1st and 25.
To the sideline or to watch that one in film.
Yeah, neither one of those fun.
More standard set for the Raiders here.
Yep. So here's the snap. It's over left side. This one's going to be passed, thrown up just over the head of Gardner, and Maupin liked what he saw, but a little surprised the Raiders didn't run that there and get the wind at their back. But I think they thought they had him where they wanted him.
Oh, it's one of those. I think, Gardner's got his, not really beat, but he had a step on him, right? And that's twice that Kayson's put a little too much on it. And,
it's all right.
At the same point in time, he's shown a lot of faith in his wide receivers to get down the field, puts them up, and says, hey, I thought you were that fast.
Yeah.
Eat your Wheaties, right?
Now, what are they doing here? They only have 2 down linemen. Okay, I got to put a third one up there. Lots of guys. Here's another timeout by Quinlan
timeout
Ford.
Of the half, and we're still in the first.
Goodness gracious, 21-0. You're listening to Sunnyvale Raider football here on Raider Media. We'll be back right after this.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Houston Tulos in Sunnyvale today.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We're always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We're here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 25 for the Raiders.
Are there many 2nd down and 25 plays in the playbook there?
No, there aren't, but I'm just telling you right now, it's not a ton of wind, but I think I would try to get the clock out and then go for it on 3rd down here. I think you get a nice draw play or something, try to get about 10 of it, and then get the wind. You're guaranteed to get a longer punt,
Oh, I don't know. With this Raider offense, it's like obviously punting is last resort, but I think it's one of those things. You got to believe in this offense that any given play could be 50 yards. There's so many weapons on this field and so many different places to go with it. You know, even the handoff out of the backfield,
right,
or the little dump underpass, right? You look at a kid like a Jaden Cross. You have to see where he's going. See if they might try that wheel route, maybe on that far side. You know, you got the short side of the field closest to us.
Yep.
Kind of a tight set, not a whole lot on that far side, so we'll see where Cross goes.
It's going to be offsides, isn't it?
Yes.
It's going to be thrown to Cross, though. Over that left side is going to be knocked out of bounds. I think you get 5 on the end, don't you? If not, you're going to take the penalty and stay second down.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, you're definitely going to take the penalty here to get an additional down. Yeah, you want to get second down again if you can. I mean, I can't imagine any scenario you take the extra. 30-yard line, and then they're gonna be. So now I think they're gonna run the clock, right? It's gonna be second down, not third down. No, it's gonna be second down. They're calling it. They're calling it. The coaches don't recognize this. Here now, Maupin is over right side. He's going to throw the tunnel screen to the near side. This is Cross. Cross is going to be tackled. It's going to bring up a third down. It's going to be third down now. No, it's not fourth down. It's not fourth down for the Raiders. I don't understand what happened there. So I guess, was the penalty on the Raiders a minute ago? It's, hang on a second. Let me ask the coach.
We all know life at home has changed for everyone. At Trophy Nissan, you can now shop at home, drive at home, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home. That's right. Find the vehicle you like. Get your purchase started by clicking the red Buy at Home button. Get your trade-in value, apply for financing, and select your terms. And the best part, we'll even deliver the vehicle to you at no additional cost. Shop, drive, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home.
Trophy, trophy, trophy Nissan.
Well, here's the start of the quarter. 21-0. Raiders going to be punting here to start this quarter. Pendiala is going to be back deep. Panthers have to feel good about their first stop of the night, of course, aided by a 15-yard personal foul.
Yeah, that was really huge.
That's a killer.
And set them so far back.
Yeah.
And just put them in a spot that they really can't. They weren't able to do and didn't have the breakout plays. And even the little tunnel screen, you're hoping for a home run ball there.
There's nobody back. You notice this?
Oh, yeah, there isn't.
So all you got to do is get down there. If you're the Raiders, you got to get down there. You got to get down there and try to get that ball before it gets to the end zone. It goes out of bounds at the 2-yard line. The Raiders
says, "No, I got it."
The Raiders just kind of lollygagging down there, though, Brandon. Pendiala pins them down at the 2-yard line. You're going to see that quarterback sneak by Wallen right here. I can tell you, Peyton Wallen, the fine quarterback. The senior is going to, I think you're going to see a quarterback sneak here.
Well, I mean, I think given the way that their offense runs, quarterback sneak, it could be any number of these running plays that are up the gut, just a little bit to give them some breathing room.
Right.
But we'll see. Does he go under center here?
Yep, he does. He's going with that quarterback sneak. I'm just telling you, he gives it away every time. It's so obvious what he's going to do.
Well, 5 yards later.
Yeah, I know, and that's, I guess that's the play that you can't really stop unless you're playing for it. And I guess the Raiders are more concerned with the big play here than letting him get off the goal line. I mean, I get it. Wallen goes over and looks at the coaches. They don't have any more timeouts, so we'll see what happens here. Going to be tough to throw into this wind as well. Here's the turn on the counter play. Raiders going to stop him at the 10-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2.
Such an interesting part to watch in this offense. There's so many decoys that are coming out of that backfield, coming left, coming right, going wide side. It's really, at least from up here, it gets a little hard to see who's going
got
where.
the ball, yeah.
3rd and short.
Yep, that's what they wanted. 3rd and short, they can manage this every time. They're running that quarterback sneak again. They got the tight slits. They're going to turn, hand off to the left side. Oh, it's going to be close. Boy, they're going to get it. They're going to give it to him.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get to the 12-yard line. I think he gets right there. We'll have to see if they spot him short.
Yeah, they're going to give him that. They're going to give him the line.
So not the quarterback sneak, but they hand this off to number 6, Andrews, and he's able to get just the 2 yards they needed.
Exactly what they needed.
Panthers 1st down from their own 12-yard line. And
well, that whole – go ahead.
The 5-man front is a different look for the Raiders. I don't feel like we've seen this all season, and it definitely is, based on the offense that they're seeing tonight. But they're also kind of a yard off the ball. It's not real aggressive up on the line from what I can tell. And it's one of those that's like, okay, we'll give you a little bit, but still getting good penetration underneath. This one's
Raiders going to stop them for no gain of loss, actually, back at the 10-yard line.
1 or 2 yard loss.
Yep. Comes Brandon right into the game for DeLaba, who was in on that tackle, as well as Brown. So 2nd down and 11. What's that?
I was going to say, it'll be interesting. As we talked about, this is not a lot of guys on that Quinlan Ford sideline. And as much as they kind of run and pound, that ground and pound offense that you see, we'll have to see how that goes on. I feel like the Raiders have a pretty good depth at that front line. We see a lot of guys throughout the course of the game.
Right.
And we'll have to see how that gets into as we get in the second.
Jude Miles certainly helps with that, doesn't he, having him back?
Oh, for sure.
There's a 5-yard penalty. It's going to be a delay of game. And they don't have timeouts. Five-yard mark off back to the 6-yard line. Now it's 2nd down and 16. Gotta be careful. You're going to start the clock again, right? So why did he not start the? Oh, he did start the clock. They didn't start the clock up there. I don't know if y'all saw that, but they didn't start it up there. And Wallen ran over to the coach, and they stopped the clock. Quarterback keeper over that left side, and he's going to get pounded by several Raiders, including, I see Miles finishing him off, but that includes 14 long, 13 right. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 13.
1 yard gain for Wallen, and he's such a load to bring down.
He's
taking big hits as he's coming through there, hops back up and goes back in the huddle and says, let's keep going.
So how many players are out there for the Raiders? Is that 11? Can't see where everybody is.
Yes, that's 11.
Here now, rolls over, looks back to the near side. Wallen's got to make a man miss. He does just that, and here's a tackle back behind the line of scrimmage by Wright.
Austin Helton was so close to getting Wallen down in the end zone. Comes flying in. Yeah. Kind of misses the tackle, but.
Hey, can I just tell you this, though? Watch this play right here. I believe number 1, Drew Gardner, is back deep. This could be a big play. So many Raiders. Once again, I keep having a hard time because of the formation. It's so hard for me to figure out how many players are out there.
It's the formation. It's not the age, is it?
That was a movement there.
Bounce pass to the punter. Comes off goofy.
Ball's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line, yeah. Boy, what a good series by the Raiders there. Give up 1 first down, but honestly, that punt there on the 4th down and 13 midfield, you're kind of going, I don't know. But such smart play. Now you get the ball on the 30-yard line, and honestly, you're already in Pendiala's field goal range.
Well, and I was going to say, Pendiala put him back there, right? There was no guy back for the Panthers on that punt coverage that the Raiders had last possession, and Coffin Corner puts it out at the 2-yard line, puts Quinlan Ford, and really kind of shrinks their repertoire as far as those play calls to where they're not able to. They've been to where they run, and then throw something over the middle. They've had some pretty good success with it, but they weren't able to do it right there.
Yeah, Peyton Wallen now in on defense.
No, he hadn't gone out of the game.
Oh, he hasn't?
No, that's where he's been playing.
I did not know that. Okay, So Cross standing to the right of Maupin. Maupin calls for the ball. Here's the snap. Looks over near side, is going to throw it out to Cross. Cross has one man to beat. Cannot. Beautiful tackle there by number 5, Xander Sharp. And that brings us to a little shout out we got to give here to Nate White. Listening to us tonight.
White, yeah.
Your old broadcast partner. He's cheering on his boys Peanut Cross and Austin Helton. And giving him a little love today.
Nate, at this point, I at least stopped calling him Caden, so we're doing good.
Okay, good.
I watched his older Caden Cross, Jaden's older brother, for a number of years at Forney. He was exciting to watch. Just like that, another Cross boy coming through, playing football.
So Maupin calls for the ball. Here's the snap. Near side over the middle. This one's going to be just out of the reach of Gardner. I'm not sure what he's looking for there, but he thought he broke open, and some kind of confusion. It's going to be 3rd down and 12. Paul Griffin and Drew Gardner come out of the ball game. Harris and Smith check in. .6:55 remaining. Watch Peanut down the seam here. Oh, he's in motion across the face of the quarterback. Going to fake it to him. Looks over right side. Well, he has nowhere to go. Maupin is in trouble. He's just got to hold on to the football and take the loss. Man, that was not a good situation. Not sure what their play was, but
20
Raiders all the way back at the 50-yard line, and I mean, there's no chance of going for it there. You get half the distance, you might take it, but doggone it, that was the last thing you wanted to happen.
Seemed like a jailbreak up through the middle.
You're going to have to run some mesh routes. They're leaving no linebackers in the middle there, Brandon. They're just bringing everybody on the blitz, and they're bringing more than you got. They're bringing 6 or 7. And if you let the –
That's to tell Pendiala.
There's nobody back there.
Short kick this time.
Yeah, just short kick. Raiders got to get down the field. Here's the kick. Oh, this one's going to go into the end zone, right?
I've seen him.
Yeah. It was like
shake it up like a pitching wedge.
That was that ball was like an NFL. I mean, like a PGA professional.
Two punts in a row he puts on the 2-yard line.
That's legit. Pendiala with a nice job right there.
And that's with some wind too.
Yeah, give credit to the coaches there for Quinlan, though, because the way they handled that was just really good, honestly.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, these last couple possessions.
Well, and what they've done, like I said, what they're doing is they realize the Raiders aren't running across the middle much.
Sure.
And so they're just leaving the middle open there, the shallow middle open, and bringing those linebackers, and it's more than the Raiders can block. Up front is Selah Smith. Who's outside on that left side over there? Is that
that's
15, Delaba? Yeah, I think that is. Here, quarterback over that right side. Boy, this is close. Almost got dropped in the end zone.
Really a pretty good push there at the defensive line. Wallen able to lean forward and get out.
Yeah, it's no gain. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, that was really close. Didn't quite have somebody squirt through to get hands on him a little bit deeper, but I think even with forward progress would have been outside the end zone.
So 5:28 and counting. Boy, they just run this clock down, don't they? It doesn't even matter if they're losing by 21 points. Here's the handoff, right side. Oh, in the backfield. Almost had him. He's at the 1 again. Oh, my goodness. Raiders had him in the backfield.
So I think this is actually going to be a loss of 1 here.
Oh, Brady Woolston was in the backfield, and a nice job there by the Raiders making that tackle.
And good job by number 10, James Barker. He's a senior running back for this Panther group. He's able to lean out and get out of that end zone because he definitely had contact behind.
Raiders going to change sides here, and you can't break the huddle and have someone run out. You can't do that. That's illegal. You can't break the huddle and run people off the field. They were in the huddle. That's an illegal. They had 12 guys in the huddle. He ran off the field. 12 guys in the huddle.
Can't back him up.
You You can't do it. You can back him up, but not far, right? Looks over near side, wants to throw it deep. This one's going to be, dropped. Boy, Gardner thought he had an interception, and the receiver, it was so far underthrown that the receiver, number 6, Tyler Andrews, cuts in front of him and almost makes the catch.
Really good stand by the Raider defense, not allowing the Panthers to get out of anywhere, right? Loss of a yard on the possession. But then we'll see. Wallen backed up, just a step in front of that back end zone, and the way these snaps have come.
Well, there's one. That was on the ground. That's going to be
skips.
Yeah, he's going to be. This going to be a safety,
fumble.
maybe a touchdown.
No, it's a fumble. I think this
may be a touchdown.
Touchdown.
Is that a touchdown or is it a safety? Touchdown Raiders! The defense.
That's going to be number 30.
Yes.
Grant Fitzgerald.
Oh, that's so great. Fitzgerald in his first game back gets touchdown.
I was going to say I thought he was hurt. Grant Fitzgerald able to drop on that. And defensive touchdown.
Man,
those are fun. You don't get to see those too often.
No, you really don't.
And I was going to say that punt, the long snapper has had a tough time tonight. The last punt they had in the end zone, it took a little one bounce into Wallen's hand, and he was able to kick it away. That one just kind of skid back. He just kind of threw it along the ground. Wallen unable to get hands on it enough to get a punt off.
So, again, the clock operator didn't start the clock. Pendiala might have been in trouble here. But here he's going to kick this one way over the fence.
Yeah, he kicked that to the parking lot. That is over the fence.
So Pendiala adds the extra point, and the Raiders lead at 28-0. Man, Pendiala's having a nice game tonight. Those two punts are legit. Yeah. But
the two punts.
Yeah, you want to take how about a shorty here? All right. 28-0 Raiders.
How this works, David.
You want to leave it here?
We'll see what happens.
You want to see? No, let's leave it here. Let's leave it here.
Okay.
Let's leave it here on Raider Media. We've got a lot of breaks tonight.
Like he hasn't done this for years.
So here's an example of what we're talking about. We're going to watch this. But with 4:18 remaining, if you're Quinlan Ford, you really would like to have a score here. You do get the ball back. You do get the ball to start the second half.
Right.
So, there's a little bit here of you wish you had those timeouts if you're them, because 4:18 is,
Well, but 4:18, even with this type of an offense that just runs the ball, keeps the clock moving, that's not a ton of time, right? So we'll have to see. The Raiders.
Does Wallen even get a break on the kickoff team? I think he does.
I don't see him.
Surely you got to give him a break here, right? Especially if you think Pendiala's
nope,
going to do that.
He's right there at the 45-yard line. Yes, he is.
Wow, that's amazing.
No break for you.
What a warrior.
Yeah, no joke. I mean, as we talked about, he is a big quarterback, big-bodied quarterback, smart, plays on his feet really well, 6'3", 230 pounds, every bit of it, in my opinion, from here.
He is a big dude.
He's one of those that, he takes some hits, and he's dishing them out, too.
He's not he's not a speedster, but he's just a good, solid football player, knows what he's doing, understands the scheme, lots of moving parts. That's what can happen here is they can break one at any point because if you don't keep that eye discipline, you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
So Raiders man a 5-man front. Look over to the near side. What is going on here? This is a
fake reverse.
No, this is a fake reverse.
Yeah, Devin Williams. He's got
Man, that was nice by the Raiders.
6-yard drop.
Good job.
6-yard.
Yeah.
6-yard loss. That's what I was
right.
trying to get with that. Sorry. Yeah, had a fake reverse coming around this way. I think to number 6, Tyler Andrews. I think that might have had a decent shot of being able to turn a corner, but Devin Williams holds on to it.
Two receivers wide side, two to the near. This is a completely different look for the Raiders right here.
Underneath center
spread
near
offense. Side, he's going to be chased. He's going to be chased over that right side, and the Raiders. Oh, nice hit right there. How about that? DeLava says, "Don't come this way."
He just took a helmet or some shoulder pads to the shin.
What was he doing?
Hurt.
What is Wallen doing there? Doesn't he see DeLava? DeLava just goes down low on the big boy, and Wallen knows it right here. Good Lord. It's going to be 3rd down and 12 yards to go. The Raiders call timeout, I guess, or is it an injury timeout? I think that's an injury timeout.
Potentially. So it's going to be a new quarterback into the game, or at least for a play.
Right.
Number 4.
Seigler.
Yeah, Jaden.
No, maybe he's the throwing quarterback, right? 3rd down and 13.
5'10", 185. Not quite the same body type,
but
we'll see.
Thick.
But they're packed in.
He's thick. Turn, hands off. Left side, Raiders there. And there's nothing. I don't think the Raiders, are they going to call timeout here? Or? Yep. They're going to wait. They're going to hold on to that timeout. Number 60 is down at the bottom of that pile. I want to get that name properly. That's Selah Smith. That's who I thought it was. And the Raiders with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 out there.
4th down.
Just so that's such
I
weird.
can't get. Number 7, Devin Williams, back to throw this, or to punt this one away.
Not as bad as you might think. Klein Becker, and
I think he got the best long snap.
Yeah, Wraith and Caps.
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
Becker, I was like, those guys are playing a little football out there. And I like the official just going, hey, they're both getting after it,
Yeah. Well, nothing cheap and not grabbing.
Right.
Going after helmets in the face like that. Yeah.
We just call that a little scratch.
A little scratch. Yeah.
We'll scratch it out there. So 2:21 remaining. As Raiders have the ball at the Ford 38-yard line. And, boy, hadn't this game been played on that side of the field.
So the last 2 possessions, the Raiders have punted the ball away. I think they're definitely looking to this offense to get some movement, get a little more momentum. They really haven't had in the last couple of games too many possessions they've had to punt.
Griffin Brothers to the near side. Leonard on that left side over there with Harris. Going to turn handoff cross over the left side. He's going to pick up 5, 10, breaks a tackle to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds at the about 18 maybe. 18-yard line, 1st and 10 Raiders.
Yeah, 20-yard run for Cross. And another 1st down. It's been one of those kind of 1st down after 1st down.
I'm not sure why they're not running the clock, but there they go.
3 carries, 57 yards on the night for Cross.
Is that only 3? I thought, goodness gracious.
Well, they've thrown at him a few times. He's also got 3 catches for 59 yards. And that's going to be the 2-minute warning.
Okay.
Or 2-minute timeout.
Yep, 2-minute timeout. You're listening to Raider Media. We'll be right back right after this.
Here we are back. 2 minutes left in the first half. Raiders have the ball. A fresh set of downs after the 20-yard carry for Jaden Cross. And knocking on the door in the red zone. Curious what, I'm sure the Godfather's got red zone numbers for us, but I don't have those right in front of me. Be curious to see what they've got this year. Really not too many opportunities for Pendiala, but we'll see what happens here. First it's in from the 18.
Well, Leonard's all by himself on that left side. There's a bunch formation on the near side. Maupin calls for the ball, fakes it, looks over left side, wants to throw this to Leonard. The ball's going to be caught at the 1-yard line, and what a nice job by Leonard getting down and making that play.
Yeah, 16-yard catch for Leonard. Definitely not quite exactly what you're looking for, but a first down.
Yeah, now you take your time. You want to take your time here, don't you? Just run out the half. Just sit there, take your time.
Oh, and Kaysen was getting hit there, and that's kind of why I think that ball comes out. It comes out behind. Leonard able to adjust to it. Minute 30 on the clock. Oh, yeah, you got it on the screen. Offsides, maybe?
It's going to be, but Jaden Cross is going to get into the end zone for the Raiders score. with 1:19 remaining in the half. The Raiders are coming into the house with the Quinlan Ford Panthers and making a statement. It's 34-0. The 7-0 Panthers are going to have to mount a mighty comeback in the second half. It's 1:19 remaining. Perhaps they can get something going here. Here's the snap. The kick by Pendiala is no good. And there's a penalty marker on the play. If that's on the Raiders, that can be dead ball on the Raiders because that's really dumb.
Looks like the coaches are getting after somebody coming back in.
I want to see what the situation is here.
Group in. Definitely expecting this to be against the Raiders, but we'll see.
I definitely think so, but there's some kind of thing here. I'm not sure what the situation is. Probably should have gone to a long commercial break. Have to start it with Sea Life at halftime, see what we can do. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Raiders. Not sure what's happening now, but that 15-yard penalty is a big deal. Now, I will say there's a lot of space here. You know it? There's a lot of space for Pendiala to kick a pooch kick like the 30-yard line,
right.
Isn't there?
Yeah, have it first bounce at maybe that 40 even. Panther return crew back at the 10-yard line.
Right.
Now they're going to back up some, at least on the outside.
Yeah, drop hop, put it right in the middle, just kind of pooch it right up the middle.
Yeah, a couple Panthers at the numbers at their own 40-yard line.
Now they changed the whole team here, the whole kickoff team. Not exactly sure what they. This ball's going to be fielded at the 25-yard line. Nice catch there. Near side. Raiders have him for a moment, and okay, we're back. You know what happened there? Power surge?
Maybe the batteries ran out.
Well, let's look and see. You didn't put the batteries in backwards earlier, did you?
Don't tell me what to do.
So first down and 10. So for Quinlan, turn hands off right up the middle. Here's a man breaking into the secondary, and the Raiders have got to play. They're going to call another 15-yarder on the Raiders here. They're going to call another 15-yard penalty.
I didn't see it.
They're going to call another 15-yarder on them. I'm just telling you, that's what's going to happen here. There's a minute and 5 seconds remaining, and now you're in business if you're Quinlan Ford. They're going to call a 15-yarder on Brown. I'm just telling you. His helmet got off, and he kind of jumped on top of the guy and kind of threw him down. They're going to wave it off.
Well, but so when I looked up, I definitely saw Brown without his helmet, but then I saw a Panther come through and start blocking him, and just hits him out of nowhere, even though he didn't have a helmet on. Kind of interesting, but yeah, another first and 10.
Turn hands off right up the middle. Here's the nice tackle there by. Who's that down low? Is that Helton? Yeah, of course. Boy, Bolds just could have been called there as well. Raiders have got to get their composure a little bit here. Get out of this half. Get your 35-0 lead. And don't let Quinlan Ford, don't let your foot off the gas. Here turns over that right side. Here's Williams. He's speedy. into the secondary. I told you over the right side, and Quinlan Ford puts a touchdown on the board. Raiders were no intensity right there, and it's 35-7, and some life is given to a team that had completely given up. That was Cheeks right there. Extra point try to come.
Yeah, good set of blocking.
I told you that was going to happen.
Yeah, it's one of those, and especially what
everybody's
you talked about, right?
jacking
You
around
pooch and you move it a little bit, and then you start getting into a scenario, and they're going to run Wallen back in here late.
They're going to go for 2. They always do, I think. No, I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't know. Looks like he's going to come
34-6.
Hold.
So here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is true. And the new score, Sunnyvale Raiders 34, Panthers 7. We'll be back here on Raider Media right after this.
Hi, I'm Paul McDill, and I'm one of the pastors of Community Life Church. We have a campus that's conveniently located right here in Sunnyvale. And as the new school year begins, it's the perfect time for you to join us. At Community Life Church, we believe in the life-changing power of God, and we know that people meet God here. At our Sunnyvale campus, we are adding a service starting September 8th so that we can have room for you. Our new service times will be 8:30, 10, and 11:30. We offer something for everyone: dynamic worship, inspiring messages, and programs for all ages. Our children's programs provide a safe and fun environment where kids can grow in their faith and make lifelong friends. Teenagers find a place to belong, discover their purpose, and develop leadership skills in our vibrant student ministry. All the details of where we are located and when we meet are in the caption, and you can check us out online at clifec.com. So we'd like to invite you to join us this Sunday at Community Life Church as we kick off the new school year. Let's grow together, support one another, and make this season of life the best one yet. We can't wait to welcome you home.
Back here in Quinlan Ford, the Quinlan Ford Panthers. So we're back here. Quinlan Ford, sorry about that, had a technical difficulty. Think we've got it now. As a Ford player down, it's going to be 1st and 10 Raiders at the 41-yard line. And 2 timeouts. So Raiders got a little bit of opportunity here to try to get into Pendiala's field goal range, perhaps make up some of those points. So I'm not sure, but this looks somewhat serious. I guess it's a knee injury. So coaches and trainers and everybody come and look at the big right tackle. I guess you want to take a break on Raider Media? Looks like it's going to be a second. We'll take a quick break here on Raider Media, and we'll be back here for the conclusion of the second half right after this.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. 1 for you, 1 for him, and 1 for your unofficial roommate. Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Houston Tulos in Sunnyvale today.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We are always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We are here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
We all know life at home has changed for everyone. At Trophy Nissan, you can now shop at home, drive at home, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home. That's right. Find the vehicle you like. Get your purchase started by clicking the red Buy at Home button. Get your trade-in value, apply for financing, and select your terms. And the best part, we'll even deliver the vehicle to you at no additional cost. Shop, drive, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home.
Trophy, trophy, trophy Nissan.
Hi, I'm Paul McDill, and I'm one of the pastors of Community Life Church. We have a campus that's conveniently located right here in Sunnyvale. And as the new school year begins, it's the perfect time for you to join us. At Community Life Church, we believe in the life-changing power of God, and we know that people meet God here. At our Sunnyvale campus, we are adding a service starting September 8th so that we can have room for you. Our new service times will be 8:30, 10, and 11:30. We offer something for everyone. Dynamic worship, inspiring messages, and programs for all ages. Our children's programs provide a safe and fun environment where kids can grow in their faith and make lifelong friends. Teenagers find a place to belong, discover their purpose, and develop leadership skills in our vibrant student ministry. All the details of where we are located and when.
Well, we're back here in Quinlan, Texas after the injury. Here Maupin calls for the ball, looks over near side, wants to throw the out route. That's going to be caught by Gardner. Gardner's going to get a first down, and that's going to call timeout. Raiders call timeout with 10 seconds remaining.
Tackle made by number 16, Racing Cat.
Nice little pitch and catch there to Gardner. Raiders need, about probably 15 more, do you think? Maybe 10? You think?
That'd be fun to watch in 10.
Yeah, now
40 or 57
you realize
yards
we're gonna see some home clock operating right here, because that play right there was 8 seconds.
I know it. Yeah, it took a little while to bring it down for sure.
That was an 8-second play. Oh, that's funny. We ought to record it. We ought to record it on, then go show the officials at halftime what's about to happen. Just watch. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Raiders after the completion to Gardner. Be Paul Griffin on the far side, Smith, Leonard, and Gardner on the near side. Telling you, I want you to see this when we're going to get there. I'm going to record this just so y'all can see what happens here after this. I'm just telling you. Five seconds, it goes out of bounds. So your Raiders, you got an opportunity to just jump forward and get a timeout with a 5-second play.
Yeah, it's got to be a relatively quick route, about like that one we just saw, right? So 5 seconds.
I might have
we're going to roll this one out.
Right now. Opportunity for Pindiala. It's on the right hash. This is a long kick. Tell you that right now. It's harder off grass, too. I think that might have been part of what happened a while ago. Out of the hold of Jake Ivey. Want to make sure that. So here's the snap. The kick.
Oh, that kick is good.
It's got enough distance. It makes it! A 52-yarder by Gabe Pendiala through the uprights. And it's 37-7. A nice job there by the Raiders to get some points as the halftime ends.
That's fun to see. 52 yards in the air. I think he had a little more, but it was pretty close. Had a good foot of it and in.
Well, so we're going to have a talk here with Sunnyvale Raider baseball coach Zach Gear in just a moment. And Raiders heading to the locker room. We're going to pay a few bills here on Raider Media, and then we'll talk to Coach Gear here at the first part of our halftime show. We'll be back on Raider Media right after this.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Houston Tulos in Sunnyvale today.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We are always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We are here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
We all know life at home has changed for everyone. At Trophy Nissan, you can now shop at home, drive at home, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home. That's right. Find the vehicle you like. Get your purchase started by clicking the red Buy at Home button. Get your trade-in value, apply for financing, and select your terms. And the best part, we'll even deliver the vehicle to you at no additional cost. Shop, drive, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home.
Trophy, trophy, trophy Nissan.
Hi, I'm Paul McDill, and I'm one of the pastors of Community Life Church. We have a campus that's conveniently located right here in Sunnyvale. And as the new school year begins, it's the perfect time for you to join us. At Community Life Church, we believe in the life-changing power of God, and we know that people meet God here. At our Sunnyvale campus, we are adding a service starting September 8th so that we can have room for you. Our new service times will be 8:30, 10, and 11:30. We offer something for everyone. Dynamic worship, inspiring messages, and programs for all ages. Our children's programs provide a safe and fun environment where kids can grow in their faith and make lifelong friends. Teenagers find a place to belong, discover their purpose, and develop leadership skills in our vibrant student ministry. All the details of where we are located and when we meet are in the caption, and you can check us out online at clifec.com. So we'd like to invite you to join us this Sunday at Community Life Church as we kick off the new school year. Let's grow together, support one another, and make this season of life the best one yet. We can't wait to welcome you home.
Back here to Quinlan, Texas. I guess mood changed a couple of times here at the end of the half. The Raiders score with 1 minute and 17 seconds, but have a personal foul and allows Ford to basically be far more aggressive than they would have been, score a touchdown, and then the Raiders get the ball, 2 15-yard passes to get into field goal range for the one and the only Gabe Pendiala. Anybody else that had been out of range, 52-yarder is good. And the Raiders extend that lead to 37-7 over the the undefeated Quinlan Ford Panthers coming into today's game. Joining me now on the halftime show is a shell of Sunnyvale Raider baseball coach Zach Gear. And Zach, welcome to the broadcast. Glad to have you with us today.
Honored to be here. Thank you, guys.
Well, fabulous. Well, let's talk a little bit about Raider baseball this year, and of course, we'll actually start with something else. How crazy is it to have your dad now working in the same district where your district where you're working now, huh?
Well, I think it's pretty awesome. Him and I talk on the phone pretty much every day. Anyway, before he started working here, now he pops in my classroom, and so I get to see him every day now. So it's awesome.
Yeah, that is pretty special. I know not everybody gets that opportunity, but that's kind of part of the Sunnyvale aura that not everybody understands.
Oh, it's the Sunnyvale way for sure. It is one big family, and now for me, I got my wife and my daughter obviously in Sunnyvale, and then now my dad shows up, so it is definitely one big family, that's for sure.
Well, certainly so. Well, Sunnyvale Raider baseball last year had a nice run, but of course kind of setting it up for a really special season this year with an awful lot of returners.
Absolutely. Ran into Carthage in the second round, and they were really, really good and knocked us out in the second round, and the seniors that we had and the 3 guys that we had graduated, were very special to our program and kind of led us in the right direction. But, when you only have 3 seniors, that means that you obviously return a bunch of guys.
Yeah, so we had an injury, but really only one of them played an awful lot, and so really you're only replacing one player in the starting rotation.
Yeah, I filled out the Texas High School Baseball questionnaire this week actually, and writing down, 9 returning starters. That's definitely a good thing. That's definitely a good thing.
Yeah. Now Chase Lucian was a very good player and a nice shortstop,
Absolutely.
but of course you got some pretty good ones backing him up, right?
Absolutely. Chase was a special player, and so losing him, is obviously we're going to take a hit in that scenario because he's such a good player. But I have a lot of faith in the guys that we have coming back, so I'm very excited.
We'll talk about the pitching rotation for a minute and what you're expecting to see from them.
Chase threw a little bit for us last year, but not a whole lot
Right.
down the stretch. I mean, I want to say he might have only pitched in 1 district game, so we return everybody. Obviously Cole Cornstubble was, our number 1 as a sophomore last year. He's a junior this year, with a 0.75 ERA on the season with 88 strikeouts. And then Brady Woolston was our number 2. And then, we had Eli Grubbs that came in and closed for us, and Brennan Stuts and Asher Broad. And one key that I think people didn't get to see a lot of last year because he was hurt was Jacob Harris, and so he's left-handed, and I'm really excited about the guys that we got coming back.
Yeah, Harris be a senior this year, but
Correct.
last year only basically ran once you got to the playoffs and district and playoffs, right?
Yeah, he had an injury about I believe it was like week 2 and of tournaments, and so he wasn't able to really get out there and kind of get his feet wet, and so with the guys that we had, we were rolling, and so. He didn't really get an opportunity because of that injury last year, but he's been throwing good for us this fall, and so I'm really, really excited about our pitching staff.
Summer ball is obviously super important. What did you see from the guys or hear about these guys this past summer?
I mean, they all play, and that's one of the special things about Sunnyvale because it is so important. You have to go out and put yourself in a position to face good competition during the summer because of the district that we face and the playoff teams that we face. So our guys put themselves in a great position by going out and playing really good summer baseball and challenging themselves, to be better every single day. And so because we have guys and families that, summer ball's expensive. And
Right.
so we have a lot of families that go out and do that, and so that really puts our program in a good position to be successful come springtime.
Well, let's kind of talk about a couple of standout players. You have a really great, solid senior class, but you got a couple of underclassmen, including Hudson Leonard, that are getting a lot of looks from a lot of different universities.
Absolutely. Hudson Leonard, he's a junior now, so I guess he's not an underclassman anymore.
Yeah, he's kind of an underclassman from seniors. He's not a senior at least.
Absolutely. But, yeah, Hudson Leonard, actually this last couple of days he committed to Dallas Baptist University. They're a top 25 program in
has
Division
UT
I baseball.
and Arkansas and several others. It's not like he only.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And so, but he committed to Dallas Baptist this week, and so he's going to be a Patriot there in Dallas and on an elite program with an elite coach.
Yeah.
And so
put quite a few players in the show from
absolutely.
DBU. Yeah,
absolutely.
I know Kenny Tipton well.
Absolutely.
And I remember Kenny Tipton playing there, and Pitched for the Indians for a while. Good player.
When he gets there, I believe it's this coming season, they're going to be in the Pac-12 too, so they're making the step up in their conference play, and so I think it is just a phenomenal opportunity for him and his family for him to go to Dallas Baptist.
Right, certainly so. Now, when you think about some of the other players and some of the things you have returning, you feel like that you feel like that rotation is good, but talk about what we can see at the plate from your squad.
I mean, I was actually talking with a couple guys this week, and for a lot of our guys, minus Hudson, it was their first time on varsity this past season, and so they kind of got their feet wet. And for us to win 19 games with one returning starter was truly remarkable by this group of young men. And so now we're returning 9 starters.
Right.
And so all these guys have played in big games, and they've gone through this district of 15 games of us playing everybody 3 times, and they're ready. I mean, they're ready to go right now. I mean, we could line it up today, and they'd be ready to go.
So you have Riley Harris as a freshman, upcoming sophomore. Any other upcoming sophomores, or maybe even a freshman that could potentially contribute this year?
I mean, it's pretty wide open. I'm going to be 100% honest with you, and I tell our guys all the time, like, if you want to play, especially you're looking up and you see you got 9 returning starters out of 10, with the DH. You think, the lineup's already set, but in my mind, it's not. And so I want these guys to compete. I think that competition breeds a good program, and whenever you're competing every day in practice and you're competing every day during the fall, you're competing in the weight room, anytime that you get an opportunity to compete, that it makes you better as an individual, but it also makes our team better. So nothing's set in stone, and we have a lot of good sophomores. 2 of our sophomores this past year, 2 of our freshmen this past year, they're sophomores now, were thrust into pinch hitting roles in Easton Baldwin and Jack Taylor.
Right.
And so, Jack had a big hit against Cattle Mills that tied the game in a district ball game. Easton came up in a playoff game and got a hit and was able to get on base for us against Carthage. And so I'm really, really excited about the direction that we're going in our senior leadership.
Well, one of the things that I always appreciate about you, Coach, is that obviously as your baseball program continues to improve, as we see that, just regularly each year getting deeper and deeper and stronger, there's always a pull away from playing other sports. But you're one of the unusual coaches out there that does everything you can to get your guys to play football and basketball and all those kinds of things. Why is that your philosophy?
Because these kids only get 4 years of this. I mean, at some point, you're going to get told that you can't play no more, whether that's football, whether that's basketball, whether that's baseball, track, powerlifting, whatever it is, you're going to get told at some point that you can't play no more.
Yeah.
I had my career, you had your career,
yes.
We all had our careers. So why would I tell a kid, hey, I only think you should focus on baseball? That would be very selfish of me.
But you work hard, but it's not only that you don't just say that, it's the opposite. You actually are trying to encourage them to play these sports.
I mean, in the words of Cody Stuts, we're Raider built. I mean, it's not just about Sunnyvale baseball. It's about Sunnyvale Raiders. And nothing fires me up more than when the Sunnyvale Raiders win.
Yeah.
And that's in volleyball, that's in girls basketball, that's in football,
cross
that's
country.
in cross country. Tires, shout out Tires, Cowan, and Dev.
Yes.
And so, it's anytime the Raiders anytime you can put on a Sunnyvale Raider jersey and compete, I think that it's a good thing. And so I'm a believer in competition and, kids growing as young individuals, boys and girls. And so, we have a bunch of phenomenal coaches that pour into kids. So I want our baseball players to be a part of that. And I want them to learn from other quality individuals as coaches. And so I think that them playing other sports just benefits everybody.
Right. Well, Coach, thanks so very much for joining us here on on Raider Media. We're going to be covering a lot of baseball games this year, from what I understand. Buck Baskin has said we'll be covering some baseball games. That's up to you. You're just going to have to put the screws into him to get all those games on there.
I'll just unplug some internet in Sunnyvale and he'll come running.
There you go. Well, congratulations, Coach, on a great season last year, and looking forward to watching the Raiders this coming season.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all.
That is Sunnyvale Raider coach Zach Gear joining us on Raider Media. We'll be back here for the second half right after this.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Houston Toulos in Sunnyvale today.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We are always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We are here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
We all know life at home has changed for everyone. At Trophy Nissan, you can now shop at home, drive at home, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home. That's right. Find the vehicle you like. Get your purchase started by clicking the red Buy at Home button. Get your trade-in value, apply for financing, and select your terms. And the best part, we'll even deliver the vehicle to you at no additional cost. Shop, drive, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home.
Trophy, trophy, trophy Nissan.
Hi, I'm Paul McDill, and I'm one of the pastors of Community Life Church. We have a campus that's conveniently located right here in Sunnyvale. And as the new school year begins, it's the perfect time for you to join us. At Community Life Church, we believe in the life-changing power of God, and we know that people meet God here. At our Sunnyvale campus, we are adding a service starting September 8th so that we can have room for you. Our new service times will be 8:30, 10, and 11:30. We offer something for everyone. Dynamic worship, inspiring messages, and programs for all ages. Our children's programs provide a safe and fun environment where kids can grow in their faith and make lifelong friends. Teenagers find a place to belong, discover their purpose, and develop leadership skills in our vibrant student ministry. All the details of where we are located and when we meet are in the caption, and you can check us out online at clifec.com. So we'd like to invite you to join us this Sunday at Community Life Church as we kick off the new school year. Let's grow together, support one another, and make this season of life the best one yet. We can't wait to welcome you home.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Houston Toulos in Sunnyvale today.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We are always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We are here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
Back here at Lytle Field in Quinlan, Texas, Ford High School playing against the Sunnyvale Raiders. Ford coming in at 7-0. Raiders are 6-1, but the Raiders right now up 37-7 at halftime. David Griffin alongside Brandon Krauska, Buck Baskin doing our production tonight. We're learning a lot of things as we continue to develop as part of Raider Media. Right now, there's a light show going on.
I was going to say, yeah, the dance show, quite pretty neat with the lights out here.
Yeah, it is.
Hopefully to warn anybody at home, a little late for it now, flashing lights for those that might be sensitive. Sorry about that. But
may want to hold off of those that are epileptics. It can't be super This Quinlan band is absolutely massive. I'm very impressed with the number of people that are in the band, but they're not all marching. And that's what is the most confusing. I guess, would that be the junior high band over there, still up you see in the stands up there?
Oh, yeah, I bet it is one of those, right? We're starting to get late into the season. And,
yeah. Sorry about that. I just told Brandon we haven't updated the score. The halftime score is 37-7. The Raiders lead it over.
Well, Pendiala kicked that so far.
Yeah.
We just now were able to.
Yes, it just landed.
It just landed.
The ball just landed, and so we just got the 3 points up on the board. Thanks to Godfather. He keeps us on our toes. You know, he isn't doing a lot of like schmoozing or anything. When Godfather says it, he just says it. You know, just gets right to the point.
Update the score, 3 exclamation marks.
Yes. Love it. Love it. Show the Godfather some love if you've got his number. Just light him up and tell him that thanks for keeping those boys on track. And the old ball coach is listening to us tonight. Doug Williams has had several things holding him back, keeping him from being a part of our broadcast, but says he will be back the next 6 weeks. And I told him, why not 8?
Right. 8, just run all the way in here to where I got to start making Basketball Friday decisions. But well, then again, things get rescheduled on that kind of stuff.
That's right.
If the Raiders going that deep, it would be a nice run. It's one of those there's so much offense, there's so much opportunity with it. It will be interesting to see. Now they got to get through some big teams.
Yeah,
and we're definitely getting ahead of ourselves at this point, but we'll see.
No question about that. Sunnyvale Raiders lead it 37-7. That's the halftime score. The Quinlan Ford Panther band out there on the field right now. That's who you see from kind of this backside here. We are on the visitor side tonight. A lot of people show up in Quinlan for tonight's ball game. Love it. Absolutely love seeing those packed out stands over there on the far side for the Quinlan Ford Panthers. Now, interestingly enough, the stands end pretty abruptly. I mean, kind of like on the edge. You get to the side here they go way down to the 10-yard line, and then they stop on the 40, 35 or 40.
Yeah, it isn't kind of an interesting.
Isn't that
one.
Interesting setup? So.
And then they just stand at the gate. I mean, yeah, not for lack of spectators for sure.
No, look. I mean, I don't know if you're paying attention there, Brandon, but notice the fence. It doesn't stop at the stands there.
Yeah,
it goes all the way across the front there. There's hundreds of fans standing in front of the bleachers on that far side. Well, the Raiders, as they come out today, they come out here for the second half, Brandon. I think the important thing is going to be to get off the field on that first possession.
Yeah,
I feel like if you get off the field, the game is over. I mean, I really do feel like that. I know there's a lot can happen, so I don't want to act like, but you just kind of feel like if the Raiders, get them off the field, put 7 more on the board, I can't imagine that Quinlan's going to be able to mount the comeback.
Yeah, the Raiders cannot be in a good – now, they're in a good mood from the 52-yard field goal.
That helps a lot.
For Pendiala to be able to knock that one in and to get back out. But it is not going to be fun when they're looking at film at the touchdown that the Panthers did get there at the end of the second half, or at the end of the second quarter, and they're going to want that one back. So, yeah, I think defensively they need to come out and say, look, this is not over. This is not it's not the same as last week, right, Kemp?
Right.
To where the starters really didn't play in the second half. We're starting to get too far into district where you've really got to take every single play of every single game very seriously. It's the level of intensity that you've got to have, and especially if you have aspirations to get deep in this playoffs.
And the truth is they're gonna score. They're gonna score if you put in backups. This is too complex.
Sure.
Of a defense.
And strong and fast.
And some of that was what happened there at halftime. Just put in some backups, let them get a few snaps under their belt. Of course, this big one is the 15-yard penalty on the extra point, the unsportsmanlike conduct, and hopefully the Raiders will be able to avoid those here in the second half.
And really, there's been a number, so 9 penalties total, 4 on the Raiders, 5 on the Panthers. The 4 on the Raiders are for 47 yards.
It's a lot.
Look at those. So unsportsmanlike, personal foul, face mask, and a pass interference. Really, those are all pretty big penalties. They're not just your 5-yard, a false start here.
Every one of them automatic first downs. Every one of them a big deal.
Yeah, not all of them resulted in a first because one was the dead ball right on the extra point and things like that. It's definitely things that they've got to get fixed, and these are they're discipline penalties as opposed to hustle penalties.
Right, yeah.
So the 5 on the for the Panthers, a couple delay of games. We've seen that twice, a holding and an offsides. The holding was declined for what was going on. There was one other in the first quarter. And generally, it's been kind of an in-between. Not a ton of foul or not a ton of flags like we've seen kind of overall.
Right. So the Raiders mopping has I guess hasn't been one of his best games, but certainly been efficient.
Yeah,
right?
9 for 12, 143 yards, 2 touchdowns. With the long,
you give him that.
Yeah, the long there at 49 yards. That one went to Jaden Cross. So we'll look at him. He's another one that's having a pretty good night. 4 carries for 58 yards and a touchdown, and he's got 3 catches for 59 yards. Hudson Leonard, he's had 2 catches for 36 yards with a touchdown. Riley Harris also got a catch. That was, just for the 1 yard. That's kind of a screen that they were trying to do. Paul Griffin's got a catch for 19. Grayson Smith's got a catch for 16 and a touchdown. Drew Gardner's he's 1 for 3, so he's been the target a couple times. We've seen a couple kind of overthrows from Oppen tonight.
Right.
It hasn't been the most crisp that we've
seen. Well,
and
having said that, both those, the one to Gardner as well as the one to Leonard, those were taking shots. Raiders were taking a shot. And I guess the one to Leonard didn't even count because that was an offsides, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it ended up kind of not counting. To your point, if they get it, I think he's taking it to the house. But 198 total yards for the Raiders, and as we've seen, 5 touchdowns plus an extra point. Though we did have a missed extra point, which was interesting.
Right. Well, go ahead.
I was going to say the Panthers 100 yards. There are 2 catches for 21.
Right.
26 carries for only 79 yards. 5 penalties, and they've got the 1 touchdown. That was Devin Williams.
Right.
On the 43-yard hit. That's his long of the night. He's got 5 carries for 67 yards. We've seen a lot out of Peyton Wallen. He's 2 for 5 for 21. In the air, he's 7 carries, 7 yards. The other big target we've seen tonight.
Well, number 3 he's thrown it to him several times, but that's not been very effective. It's number 7 on the run that's got him tonight.
Yeah, that's the 43. So 43 of the 79 yards have been on that one play that put him in the end zone with Devin Williams. Mason Teague, he's got a couple of rushes, but a lot of his have been for loss. Couple catches for 21 yards. Xander Sharp, he's got 2 carries for a net of 0. Tyler Andrews, 4 carries for 3. So they really haven't had a very effective offensive night, but they've been backed up, right? As we were talking kind of off air, Pinala's having a heck of a night, minus the extra point miss, but he's got 2 punts that were downed at the 2-yard line. One of them he put out of bounds. The other one took a checkup bounce.
So let me just give you how this game is played. Raiders possession starts 28-yard line plus 40, plus 36, 28-yard line plus 30, 40-yard line plus 38, 41.
Yeah, it's been a bunch of short
Ford,
yardage,
25, 25, 25, 2, 25, and 40. And the one they scored on was the one you gave them the field position, which is really a lot about this, tells you a lot about Quinlan Ford. If you give them the short field, that's going to be an advantage for them.
Well, and you go back and you look at, it was either the first possession or the second possession. They marched all the way down the field before they had that interception on 3rd or 4th down. Drew Gardner brings it out, returns it for about 30 yards. But that offensive possession, they were doing some things, moving back and forth. They'd have a little throw in between it, but they moved 60, 70, 80 yards down the field before the turnover.
Right.
And I'm surprised we haven't seen more of that. But again, you back them up, especially in the second quarter. You back them up. You have 2 possessions that start at the 2-yard line. One really close on a safety, ends up with a defensive touchdown on the second one.
Right.
And, they haven't had a lot of opportunities to really kind of get an offense going. They've been back against the ropes.
So 37-7 is our score. We're about to start the second half. Raiders will be kicking off to start the second half. So let's take a quick break and pay a few bills here on Raider Media. Grateful for all of our sponsors that help us get on the air, particularly Houston Tello State Farm and how he has stepped up to make these broadcasts possible in every way. We'll be back here for the start of the second half right after this.
We all know life at home has changed for everyone. At Trophy Nissan, you can now shop at home, drive at home, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home. That's right. Find the vehicle you like? Get your purchase started by clicking the red Buy at Home button. Get your trade-in value, apply for financing, and select your terms. And the best part, we'll even deliver the vehicle to you at no additional cost. Shop, drive, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home.
Trophy, trophy, trophy Nissan.
Here come the Raiders out on the field to start the second half. Quinlan Ford about to enter in themselves. 37-7 is our score. We are at Lytle Field in Quinlan, Texas. Ford High School is the name of the high school. And the Raiders, I'm sure, will be kicking off from defending the south end zone. Quinlan faithful still believe over there, no question about that. So the Raiders will be kicking off. Pindiala having quite the game tonight. Can't imagine anything tricky here on this one, Brandon, because you've got to pin them, make them drive the entire length of the field.
Right, yeah, I think especially after giving up a touchdown, you want a nice defensive stand from this from the Raiders right here.
Yeah, now, have you noticed what they do here on the run onto the field? So I've noticed Mason Teague.
I was just seeing that, kind of limping as he's coming
back.
No,
that's Williams. Teague is not. I don't see.
I'm
Teague.
talking about Wallen actually.
Oh, Wallen. Yeah, he was limping a little bit. Just
kind of limping out. But he's got a stable of running backs to hand this thing off to. We'll see how much more they call on him.
Yeah, I certainly would kick it into the end zone. I wouldn't try anything tricky here. I know that you feel like you can put a death nail in the coffin, but you can also do that by just here's the kick. It's going to be down into the end zone, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line for Wallen and his Panthers. Be sad to see Peyton Wallen go. I believe he is a freshman. He actually also played on Quinlan's varsity. Don't think he was the quarterback that year, but his sophomore year he was. And I can't remember who number 3 was back then for Quinlan Ford, I guess 2 years ago. But that kid could absolutely play. A couple of years ago, Quinlan Ford able to defeat the Raiders. Their one time only with Raiders. That was old Joey Bruiser senior year, and didn't have his sidekick in Landry Laird because he was injured. He tried to play some, but here's man in motion. Here's that pitch over that near side. Raiders all over him, just hit after hit.
Yeah, he's going to pitch this one to Andrews. Tries to get around the end. Going to be a no gain. But again, this Raider defense swarming.
Yeah, 6'1", 170-pound Andrews. Wallen. It's harder to get over to the coach when you've got, he's like, can we come up with a better system for you to get me the play? That wouldn't worry too much about him. He looks pretty gimpy. I don't know if, are you playing possum there, as my grandma used to say? 2nd down and 10. Clock is rolling. Just a minute into this quarter. Here, turn, fakes. They're going to run around this near side. Raiders try to get upfield on him, and a nice hit there by Drew Gardner. Gardner with a nice job coming from the outside. Raiders, good engaged blocked by the Panthers, and so a couple of these guys on the outside couldn't quite get to him, but Drew Gardner does Drew Gardner things and gets out there and knocks him down. It's 3rd down and 6 yards to go. Maybe 7, 6, maybe 7.
6, 7, I'm not sure.
Oh, here's a stop for a loss behind the line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring up a 4th down here. 4th down and 7 or 8. Can't imagine they would go for it here, but maybe. Now, I will say I don't think Wallen may throw the ball, but I do not feel like he's much of a threat to run it from a deep position here, right?
Actually, a little curious to see how he kicks this one.
Yeah. So here's the snap. Wallen catches the ball again and gets off the kick. What an amazing job. Walker's going to grab the ball at the 40-yard line. He's going to get to the 42, and boy, a lot of action after the whistle, but Walker able to pick it up at the 41-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Raiders there. You do feel like, as we called it here, if the Raiders can make it happen on this drive, it's going to be tough for Quinlan Ford. Cooper Eastman a little banged up in the first half, but keeps playing like a warrior out there. Paul Griffin and Riley Harris on the near side. Far side is Leonard. He's off the line of scrimmage. Leave Delaba. Leonard's in motion now. He's going to turn hands off Brown over that left side. Brown's only going to get a couple of yards.
Yeah, first time I feel like he's been in on offense.
Yeah, I think you're right. 9:28. Going to go to a little wider formation, bring in Ben Griffin for Delaba. There's about 7 receivers that the Raiders play very regularly. None of them play every play. Here's Maupin calling for the ball. Here's the snap. It's over near side. Doesn't have much time. This one's going to be caught by Ben Griffin over that left side to the 40, to the 30, to the 20-yard line. It's a foot race. 10, 5, touchdown Raiders. Ben Griffin in for the Raiders score.
59-yard touchdown catch by the senior.
Yeah, Maupin hit him on the dead run, and Griffin just
well, it's one of those. He turns the corner. He had 82 for Ford. Let's see, Caden Simpson, who was really close and just kind of lost his feet. Griffin showing some of that speed down the sideline. Gets one in. Raiders on the board.
43-7. Pindiala on for the extra point. Here's the kick. It's up and it's true. And the new score, Sunnyvale Raiders 44, Quinlan Ford Panthers 7. We'll be back here on Raider Media right after this.
Hi, I'm Paul McDill, and I'm one of the pastors of Community Life Church. We have a campus that's conveniently located right here in Sunnyvale. And as the new school year begins, it's the perfect time for you to join us. At Community Life Church, we believe in the life-changing power of God, and we know that people meet God here. At our Sunnyvale campus, we are adding a service starting September 8th so that we can have room for you. Our new service times will be 8:30, 10, and 11:30. We offer something for everyone: dynamic worship, inspiring messages, and programs for all ages. Our children's programs provide a safe and fun environment where kids can grow in their faith and make lifelong friends. Teenagers find a place to belong, discover their purpose, and develop leadership skills in our vibrant student ministry. All the details of where we are located and when we meet are in the caption, and you can check us out online at clifec.com. So we'd like to invite you to join us this Sunday at Community Life Church as we kick off the new school year. Let's grow together, support one another, and make this season of life the best one yet. We can't wait to welcome you home.
So the kick by Pindiala is once again in and out of the end zone, and boy, what a weapon Pindiala is tonight, trying to make a push for player of the game. You know,
he's had a heck of a night. The one extra point. Well, if we talk to him, we'll have to ask him.
Yeah, ask him.
Hey, what happened?
Come on, wait. I mean, it's just so automatic. You know,
right?
He's a high school kicker, but doggone it, you feel like you got a NFL player out there
for sure.
So first and 10 for the Quinlan Ford at the 25-yard line, and man, I'm not sure if you're Quinlan Ford, you don't take Wallen out here. Next week you got Canton. You know it?
Yeah, it's. I think he's one.
Here, Motion Williams, you got to watch him. He's a quick one. Raiders all over him, though. Just a swarming defense.
I think you've to get him out. I think you got to tie him to the bench. I bet.
That's probably true. He's a warrior, man.
If he can walk, he's in.
I just want to go. I want to meet that kid.
I think Ben's still out of breath for that 59-yard touchdown.
Well, he's over here talking about it, you know. He's got to tell everybody what happened. His brother. Turn hands off left side. Here's a nice run. Not quite a first down. It's going to be a yard short. That's number 5, Xander Sharp. Pretty good player. They're going to miss him next year. Yeah. Becker makes the tackle. Oh, Stefan Wilson and Becker combined for the stop. 3rd down and 1. Turn hands off. This is that power formation. Tries to get him deep, and the Raiders have got him. Stop for a loss, and Caden Lucas with a big stop. Loss for 2, and let's see what they choose to do. And the offensive coordinator over there is saying, get up the field. I'm like, I don't know if he was watching the same play we were. There was nowhere to get up.
That was so 2 for 10 on 3rd down for the Panthers tonight.
Yeah, they're going to go for this. I guess they just figured.
What else are you going to do?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm not sure what you do, honestly.
I mean, it's one of these, right? I think you need some momentum. It's a long 4th, unless he backs up for a quick kick, but I don't. No.
Over that right side, no, he's not going to get it. He's not going to get it. No, he does not. Big defensive stop there for the Raiders.
Yeah, Jude Miles right in the middle
of
all
Jude.
of it.
Yeah, Jude Miles, man, love that kid. 1st and 10 Raiders.
And no gain, turnover on downs.
Any way you run the clock here in Quinlan? I mean, I guess it's the ultimate insult if you say we're going to run the clock at home. We're 7-0 coming into the game. Let's see what the Raiders do. Just keep fighting out there. Paul Griffin and Drew on this near side. Brown stands to the right of Maupin. Far side is Harris and Leonard. So ball is back to Maupin. He wants to throw it this time. No, he's just going to run it.
A lot of green.
A lot of green here to the 20-yard line. Cuts the outside 15, 10, and goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line. And I think there's I think Burleson may have a cramp or something, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
1st and goal at the 5.
Gets up goofy.
Yeah.
30-yard run by the junior quarterback.
Yeah, DeLaba comes in for Gardner. Gardner goes out. Man in motion is Harris. Turn pitch. I'm not sure what happened there, but Brown somehow or another makes a nice move into the end zone and a Raider score.
That was a really nice run by Brown. He kind of gets in trouble and makes a couple guys miss.
Yeah, number 32 in that time. I don't even have a number 32 for them, so he's not going to get a.
Yeah, Manuel.
Sevilla. Yeah, the senior. 50-0 is our score, with an extra point try to come. So Jake Ivey to hold. Here's the snap. The kick is up, and it is good. And the new score, Sunnyvale Raiders 51, Quinlan Ford Panthers 7. We'll be back here on Raider Media right after this.
isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Back here in Quinlan, Texas, 51-7 is the score. Raiders extend that lead on their second touchdown of the second half. 6:33 remaining, and let's see what happens. Pendiala, don't want to let your foot off the gas. As Pendiala approaches the ball at the 40. So here's the kick. Way into the end zone. And Quinlan Ford will come out. And you think it's Peyton still? I think it is. I think 8 seems like he's staying out. He's on the kickoff team. I guess you wouldn't put him on the kickoff team unless he was going to play quarterback for
right. Yeah, waiting up the numbers for the play.
Yeah, I can see. I mean, like number 6, Tyler Andrews, just kind of. Yeah. I mean, you can just tell a difference in how they're running off the field now, right? You know, there's like, good Lord.
Surprised they don't. I don't know if it's his knee or his ankle, but I'm surprised they don't have that foot taped up.
Hey, now watch Williams here. Let's see Becker get a pick here over that left side. Oh, goodness, nice run here. Quick 7 yards.
Wraithen Cap.
Yeah, Cap going to be tackled by Helton.
It's a new running back.
Yeah, I haven't seen him yet, have I? Cap is his name?
The first one I've got.
Wraithen Cap Sr., okay. So 2nd down and 3. Man in motion, hands off over that right side, number 44. Was that ball dropped? No, it was a nice hit there by Gardner. And who finishes him off there? That's 14 Long. Nice job. I think that's a first down.
Yeah, first down for the Panthers.
I've got to be honest, that was a generous spot because his body wasn't on the line. I mean, his helmet wasn't on the line. Unless he reached out over his head. It was a very generous spot, but okay, whatever. 5:34. Here's man in motion. Rolls over right side. Here's Williams. He's the guy who scored earlier, and got to hang on to him, and the Raiders do. I think they drop him for a loss. I'm going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage, but he was swarmed.
It's one thing with this Raider defense. They've got a lot of good closing speed.
Yeah.
They're one of those. They're disciplined the way they go after and fill those gaps. And, you know, with the Panthers, they've got so many people out there kind of lead blocking in that. Even Wallen goes out as a lead block or as another blocker on that running play.
He does.
And there's so many, you know, it's you got to account for everybody. And the Raiders are doing a good thing, or a good job of it. And I think that's how Devin Williams gets into the touchdown at the end of the second.
Oh, here's Williams over that right side again. This is the play he scored on a while ago, and he gets real close to a first down. Probably has one.
Number 7, Devin Williams up the middle for the Quinlan Panthers.
Yeah, it's going to be a first down. That play right there is the one that's got the Raiders. That has been 3 big plays. 3 times that's been their biggest plays.
And it's interesting, especially with the Raiders having a 5-man front. You'd think we've got enough guys in there, but it's one of those.
All the guards go opposite directions of where they are. Everybody pulls, and they go and they block out, and then they use the decoy back to seal the nose guard. 4 minutes remaining. Here, ball hands off right side. Raiders trying to keep them in their end of the field, and that's Walker and Helton on the tackle. Selah comes in. 2nd down and 7. There's man in motion, turns, hands off back to the near side. Raiders all over him. No gain on that play.
Yeah, Austin Helton able to get number 44 Dylan Fulgham get hands around it or hands on his ankles, and not quite a loss, but
it looked like it was not full yard and a half, 2 yards. Okay. So 2:57 and clock is rolling. Third down and 8. Here turns, hands off right side. Oh, man, Helton comes through.
Again.
How about that?
No gains, going to bring up third down again.
Man.
2 for 11 on third down for the Panthers.
And they're going to go for it here, I guess, right?
Line to gain is going to be the Raider 45.
Yeah, that's Fitzgerald's in there, right? Yeah, I love seeing Fitzgerald back. Is this his first game back? I think it is.
I think so.
Turn, hands off right side. This is the play that they scored on a while ago. Over that right side, there goes Williams, and he is fast. He's going to take it to the house on fourth down, and there's some kind of a looked like there's a flag on the play.
Where at? I thought I saw a hold.
Yeah, the end was definitely held.
Yeah, there's a flag about the 26-yard line all the way over on the sideline.
So maybe it's a sideline warning and not anything else. I thought I saw the end was getting held.
51-yard touchdown play is going to bring Devin Williams, 9 carries, 130 yards, and that's his second touchdown. Both touchdowns for the Panthers tonight.
Williams only a sophomore, but he is fast. I mean, when you can run away from Drew Gardner like that, you're a player.
I think they said offsetting penalties.
No, I think they gave him a warning, or they're going to count it on the kickoff.
No, actually, I think it's a
what?
Personal. Something on the Raiders, I think. If that
on the Raiders, way down there. Kick is up and it is good, and the Panthers.
Guess we'll see where they move this kickoff.
51-14. I'll be back here on Raider Media right after this.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Houston Toulos in Sunnyvale today.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We are always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We are here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
So, yeah, they're going to give them the ball. What's going on here? So how do you get a personal foul?
Because they did this.
Yeah, okay, but how do you get an unsportsmanlike conduct?
I don't know where it is over there.
If you're the Raiders on the 24-yard line. I don't know that I've really ever seen that. Now, I'm assuming you're going to get an onside kick here.
Yeah, he's got the ball just kind of laying on the ground. So we'll see. Oh, no, okay. Never mind. Sorry. It's like,
yeah,
well,
he's going to onside kick it, I think, but that is the weirdest thing I have seen in a very long time. Not sure why that was a 15-yard penalty, but clearly here's the kick into the end zone. And it'll be 1st and 10 Raiders at the 25-yard line. How weird was that? Gotta see a little more. I'd like to see a little more discipline for the Raiders. You know, because that wasn't even a personal foul. It wasn't like you hit somebody. It's like unsportsmanlike conduct. Are you saying something? Or you?
Right.
I don't know. I'm not sure what's happening there, but Raiders got to do something different. To be fair, Williams is fast.
For sure. And it's kind of one of those. If the Panthers get out there, there's so many blockers. Unless you're able to shoot those gaps, you get in trouble, and that kind of speed gets around that corner.
Here's Harris on this left side. Right side, he's going to get a couple of yards.
Well, he goes plowing through that sideline like he didn't know he went out of bounds.
Right. I'm sure Cross is thinking to himself, thinking to the coaches, hey, let me play a little bit. I want to get out there. Coaches are going, we got to have you, bro. So 2nd down and 6. 2 receivers to the wide side, 2 here to the near. Griffin brothers over here. Harris and Leonard on the far side. 25 seconds remaining. A minute and 22 seconds. Timeout, Raiders. We'll take it with them here on Raider Media. We'll be back right after this.
We all know life at home has changed for everyone. At Trophy Nissan, you can now shop at home, drive at home, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home. That's right. Find the vehicle you like. Get your purchase started by clicking the red Buy at Home button. Get your trade-in value, apply for financing, and select your terms. And the best part, we'll even deliver the vehicle to you at no additional cost. Shop, drive, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home.
Trophy, trophy, trophy Nissan.
So it'll be 2nd down and 6 here at Lytle Field in Quinlan, Texas. Ford High School is the Raiders' opponent. They are 7-0, but the Raiders seem to be in control of this one, 51-14, with 1 minute and 11 remaining. So Maupin brings Brown standing to his left. And in motion is Griffin. Comes inside. Here's the snap, turn, hands off. Here's Brown over that right side. He's going to be tackled after about a 3-yard pickup. It's going to be 3rd down and about 3.
Yeah, really kind of got slung forward on that tackle, luckily enough. Didn't quite get the block on the outside guy. Had a decent hole, but the defender gets an arm on him. We're going to have to be a little more solid on those blocks on the edge. We'll have to see. Or just don't get tackled by one guy like Peanut does.
Yeah. Yeah, Peanut's not playing. I'm not sure if it's just, I'm sure it's precautionary. No one's looking at it.
Well, I think it's one of those. You want Aiden Brown get in there getting reps. You just don't know what happens. You've got so many guys on this team, so much talent in it.
Here's a pitch and catch to Paul Griffin. Nice quick first down there by Paul. Just a sure-handed catch right on the sidelines.
That's what you need, right? Possession catch.
Yeah, that's what you needed there.
And that's going to be the end of the 3rd.
That is the end of the 3rd, and the Raiders are going to take a 51-14 lead into the 4th quarter here on Raider Media, and we'll be back right after this. Back here in Quinlan, Texas, 51-14, Raiders lead it. They've got the ball in the 4th quarter. It's 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Yeah, nice fresh set of downs by the senior. Got the sure-handed catch, gets out of bounds. Now into the 4th quarter. Yeah, you know, I think as the Raiders, you want to get this clock moving.
Yeah. Brown's still in, but it's split out as wide receiver. think you're going to see. The Raiders are definitely at this point trying to get out without getting an injury.
Some circus formations tonight.
Here's Brown over that right side. He's going to pick up a couple of yards.
Number 21, Aiden Brown at the middle for the Raiders.
Let's bring up 2nd down and 8.
Number 68, Lawrence McBride.
So last couple plays put the Raiders over 300 yards of offense. Mostly through the air, 12 catches for 210 yards, 12 runs for 97.
Well, Quinlan is made to stop the run. No question about that. Here's the snap, turns. Here's the pass. Going over to Ben Griffin. He catches it at the 50. Gets to the 50. That's going to be a first down. Before Williams tackles him way out of bounds. Williams going to get hurt. Boy, that's going to be a tough thing on their season if they're not able to get that. Griffin goes out after the first down catch. Was that a 10, 11-yard pickup somewhere there?
Close to 11. 15.
Oh, 15. Okay, that may be right. Oh, my goodness. Here's trouble here for Maupin, but he keeps the ball going. And, oh, my goodness, that's a late hit. That's got to be a penalty, yeah. The quarterback goes down and gets hit while on his knees. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty. And Raiders just want to keep that clock running at this point. And
yeah, it's kind of, I mean, it's a tough one, right? On defense, you're trying to come up. Maupin is a running threat.
Yeah, but he goes down on a knee, clearly gives himself up, and you go down to hit him. You don't go over him. They're going to call that every time. And in fairness, I mean, they've called it on the Raiders tonight, so it's not
sure.
like. So 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the 35-yard line. DeLaba is in right now. Leonard in motion. That was an offsides, right?
Yeah, flag comes out.
Here's Brown over that left side. Slung down after a 5 or 6 yard pickup, but it's going to be an offsides. It'll be first down, and it's going to be 1st and 5. Now, as impressed as I was with the Quinlan attendance tonight, I'm a little disappointed in how many of them are gone now, you know. But at the same time, happy that they're gone. So 1st down and 5 after the penalty. Now it's not 2nd down. It's 1st and 5, yeah. Like I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah, Barnadoe calling for a play clock reset. They were trying to get the down marker fixed.
Yeah. So 1st down and
that
5.
Really burned a lot of time off of it too. The Raiders look maybe a bit bored right there, waiting for the play to come in.
Okay, come on. Brown steps to the right of Maupin. So here's the snap. Turn, hands off Brown left side. Cuts back to the middle of the field. He's going to pick up about 3 or 4. Be 2nd down and 2. At this point, if you're the Raiders, you just want to get out of here now. You know, you're just like, okay, this is all good.
Yeah, it's one of those. You want this clock running as it is. You know, milk all this you can. Keep giving it to Brown. Let the underclassmen really kind of learn the ropes, get some reps, move the chains, and yeah, I think you go home happy.
Right. The Raiders look like you're going to call another timeout here.
Why are we calling? Okay, yeah.
Well, I don't think the Raiders feel like they're going to need a timeout later, so we're going to take it with them. You're listening to Raider Media. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Paul McDill, and I'm one of the pastors of Community Life Church. We have a campus that's conveniently located right here in Sunnyvale. And as the new school year begins, it's the perfect time for you to join us. At Community Life Church, we believe in the life-changing power of God, and we know that people meet God here. At our Sunnyvale campus, we are adding a service starting September 8th so that we can have room for you. Our new service times will be 8:30, 10, and 11:30. We offer something for everyone: dynamic worship, inspiring messages, and programs for all ages. Our children's programs provide a safe and fun environment where kids can grow in their faith and make lifelong friends. Teenagers find a place to belong, discover their purpose, and develop leadership skills in our vibrant student ministry. All the details of where we are located and when we meet are in the caption, and you can check us out online at clifec.com. So we'd like to invite you to join us this Sunday at Community Life Church as we kick off the new school year. Let's grow together, support one another, and make this season of life the best one yet.
So here's a handoff to Aiden Brown over that right side. Gonna keep his feet to the 10, to the 5, all the way down to the 2-yard line. Gillespie is the new quarterback, hands it off to Brown, and Brown goes all the way down to the 2-yard line, and it's 1st and goal Raiders.
Yeah, and that's right there exactly why they take that timeout, right? Trying to get Gillespie into the game. He's seen a fair amount this season. We've seen a fair amount of Elijah. And you talk about big quarterbacks, as we've been talking about. Wallen for the Panthers, 18, who also plays defensive tackle, is one of the and we see him take it right there.
There's Gillespie in for the Raiders score, and the big fella rumbles in. 57-14, Raiders lead it. Pindiala comes on to try to tackle on an extra point. So Ivy gets the hold, and it's up, and it's true. And the new score, Raiders 59, Panthers 14. We'll be back here. 58. Panthers 14. Be back here on Raider Media right after this.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger's sweet and spicy bacon burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Well, the clock is running here in Quinlan, Texas. The 7-0 Quinlan Panthers have conceded on their home turf to the Sunnyvale Raiders at Lytle Field. It is 58-14, and the Raiders not trying to pour it on now, just trying to get this thing over with. Pindiala set to kick off. So here's the kick by Pindiala. It's into the end zone. And now the clock stopped. That is the weird, the clock stopped. What just happened?
They forgot it was running.
Did they accidentally run it? 6:17. No, they're not running it. I don't know what just happened. I've never seen anything like that.
Still in.
That's unbelievable. Get your junior in, give him some practice, right?
Right. Yeah, I would think so, but.
So here's the handoff over that left side. Lots of blockers over there. Raiders going to make the tackle at the second down. Why is it second down if the ball's on the line? I'm not sure how that works, Brandon.
Okay, now they're moving it.
Okay, I was like, if it's on the line, it's got to be a first down.
Yeah. God, I feel bad for that quarterback. Every time I see
watching
him limp back to the huddle.
Yeah, this ball's going to number 7. Just watch this. Williams is going to take that ball, and he's coming over that right side. Guarantee you. I guarantee that's what's going to happen there. Raiders got to get him here. No, I'm telling you, he's going to – you just got to stop one guy out there on the field. Just one.
First down.
I'm not sure why they're stopping the clock now when they were running it a while ago. I guess they were running it and then they were told not to or something. So here's the handoff to the fullback right up the middle. Raiders have, man, we can't even call all the backups right now. That tackle is made by number 61, Ethan. Let's see if I can get some of these things. Ethan Walker in the ball game. Brandon Wright's in the ball game. Fitzgerald in the ball game. Logan Long in the middle. His near side is Tucker Hartman. I see Brennan Stuts out there. This has been a clinic, that's for sure. Tailback with the ball over that right side. Got the chance to get away from the Raiders. It's going to be stopped, tackled by number 10, Jake Ivey. Number 40 is in the area as well. That is Alex Escutia. Second down and 8. That handoff on the near side and big tackle there. Who's that? 14, that's Long. Nice job there by Logan Long. Long will have some big shoes to fill next year. Right. So I like seeing him out here.
Yeah, it's always nice seeing or getting some other sets of guys.
Trevor Hackler checks in, as well as,
and especially with the kind of scheme that they're running tonight has been very different.
Oh, lots of blockers out there this time. Raiders got to get out there. Trouble over that left side, and out of bounds goes number 5, Xander Sharp, the senior. The Godfather just said that's the rule for some reason. I'm not sure what are we talking about?
I would imagine. I would think it's because of the running clock, but I think they were running it and didn't know. I think they just let it run, and then they got to the other side of it and nobody cared.
Okay. Well, they've stopped the clock here, and we're not in the last 2 minutes, so I'm not really sure. Off the right side. Tackle's going to be made at the 12-yard line. So, you know, it's interesting right now for Quinlan because you're not trying to play to get, I mean, you would have to get within 15 points for it to matter in a 3-way tie.
Is that Peniston coming in? He's number 20.
Oh, yeah. Comes in for Long. There's that run over the right side. Raiders just cannot make the tackle. It's going to be a touchdown here by number 6, Tyler Andrews. Well, Raiders just letting those kids play. Good for them. Coach Stuts loves seeing some of these younger kids get the chance to play. It's a giant roster. This is by far the biggest roster the Raiders have ever had. So a lot of kids get in there and get the chance to enjoy the fruit of a lot of early mornings.
Right.
Raider Media will be back right after this.
When Home and Auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Houston Tulos in Sunnyvale today.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We're always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We're here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
Panthers put one on the board, 21-58. They were 2:48 here in the fourth quarter. See the Panthers kick this one off. It'll be interesting to see if they go for an onside kick. Definitely trying to maybe get some momentum going into next week, but we'll see. Doesn't really look like an onside, so we'll see. Bit of a pooch kick. That's going to go out of bounds about the 25-yard line. So we'll see a flag. It's going to be Raider ball. Back out. We'll see Elijah Gillespie.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the 30-yard line after the 5-yard penalty. I'm going to see Gillespie out there in a whole new line. A lot of starters still out there for Quinlan. A bit surprised by that. And some backups too. They have a very small varsity roster. Gillespie's going to hand this off to Ant, and I think it should be. Wasn't there a guy off sides there? He was in the backfield. That's gonna be the 2-minute. Get him the 2-minute here. So that'll bring us the 2-minute break. We'll be back here on Raider Media for the final 2 minutes of the game right after this.
We all know life at home has changed for everyone. At Trophy Nissan, you can now shop at home, drive at home, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home. That's right. Find the vehicle you like. Get your purchase started by clicking the red Buy at Home button. Get your trade-in value, apply for financing, and select your terms. And the best part, we'll even deliver the vehicle to you at no additional cost. Shop, drive, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home.
Trophy, trophy, trophy Nissan.
So the score is 58-21 here at Lytle Field. Quinlan Ford came in 7-0, but they will take their first L of the season. Gillespie is the quarterback for the Raiders. It's 2nd down and 10. So here's the snap to Gillespie over that right side. The big boy's going to get a yard or so.
That's it. That'll get the clock going again. 1 yard. It's going to be 3rd down. 3rd down and 9. Minute 45 on the clock. So let's see. That's going to get down to about 1:10 or minute 10. Panthers have all 3 timeouts. We'll have to see.
So let's see what the Raiders can do right here. Here's the snap, turn hands off. Here is Ant over this left side. He's going to try to get a first down, and he does. And that's going to be the ball game. After the Raiders get a first down there.
Yeah, 15-yard gain for Ant McCoy.
So, well,
victory
gonna run one more
formation at this
play,
point.
I guess, yeah. So Gillespie, I guess, will just take a knee here. 58-21 is going to be your final tonight. The Raiders line it up to shake it out with the Quinlan Panthers. How about that? The Raiders come in with a 6-1 record. The Quinlan Panthers 7-0. Both teams lead with a 7-1 record. Raiders got a couple of big ones. Wales Point next week for senior night at home, and then the Raiders will travel to Canton with what appears to be the district championship. Of course, there's a couple of things that can happen between here and there. We'll be back here on Raider Media with our players of the game, including Gabe Pindiala and Cooper Eastman. You're listening to Raider Media. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Paul McDill, and I'm one of the pastors of Community Life Church. We have a campus that's conveniently located right here in Sunnyvale. And as the new school year begins, it's the perfect time for you to join us. At Community Life Church, we believe in the life-changing power of God, and we know that people meet God here. At our Sunnyvale campus, we are adding a service starting September 8th so that we can have room for you. Our new service times will be 8:30, 10, and 11:30. We offer something for everyone. Dynamic worship, inspiring messages, and programs for all ages. Our children's programs provide a safe and fun environment where kids can grow in their faith and make lifelong friends. Teenagers find a place to belong, discover their purpose, and develop leadership skills in our vibrant student ministry. All the details of where we are located and when we meet are in the caption, and you can check us out online at clifec.com. So we'd like to invite you to join us this Sunday at Community Life Church as we kick off the new school year. Let's grow together, support one another, and make this season of life the best one yet. We can't wait to welcome you home.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Houston Tulos in Sunnyvale today.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We are always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We are here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
We all know life at home has changed for everyone. At Trophy Nissan, you can now shop at home, drive at home, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home. That's right. Find the vehicle you like. Get your purchase started by clicking the red Buy at Home button. Get your trade-in value, apply for financing, and select your terms. And the best part, we'll even deliver the vehicle to you at no additional cost. Shop, drive, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home.
Trophy, trophy, trophy Nissan.
Hi, I'm Paul McDill, and I'm one of the pastors of Community Life Church. We have a campus that's conveniently located right here in Sunnyvale. And as the new school year begins, it's the perfect time for you to join us. At Community Life Church, we believe in the life-changing power of God, and we know that people meet God here. At our Sunnyvale campus, we are adding a service starting September 8th so that we can have room for you. Our new service times will be 8:30, 10, and 11:30. We offer something for everyone. Dynamic worship, inspiring messages, and programs for all ages. Our children's programs provide a safe and fun environment where kids can grow in their faith and make lifelong friends. Teenagers find a place to belong, discover their purpose, and develop leadership skills in our vibrant student ministry. All the details of where we are located and when we meet are in the caption, and you can check us out online at clifec.com. So we'd like to invite you to join us this Sunday at Community Life Church as we kick off the new school year. Let's grow together, support one another, and make this season of life the best one yet. We can't wait to welcome you home.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Houston Tulos in Sunnyvale today.
At Trinity Capital Bank, teamwork is key. We are always on your team, whether it's opening a checking account or applying for a loan. We are here to cheer you on every step of the way. Stop by our branch at the corner of Tripp Road and Collins to meet our team.
We all know life at home has changed for everyone. At Trophy Nissan, you can now shop at home, drive at home, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home. That's right. Find the vehicle you like. Get your purchase started by clicking the red Buy at Home button. Get your trade-in value, apply for financing, and select your terms. And the best part, we'll even deliver the vehicle to you at no additional cost. Shop, drive, and buy at home with Trophy Nissan at home.
Trophy, trophy, trophy Nissan.
Back here in Quinlan Ford, Sunnyvale Raiders prove victorious 58-21, and now joining me on the post-game show are our players of the game. First of all, Gabe Pendiala, and Gabe, first of all, let's talk about those 2 punts. Have you ever had 2 back-to-back inside the 2-yard line?
No, sir, I haven't.
Well, then you have, of course, the team gave up a touchdown right before half with 21 seconds. Did you think there was any chance at all that you might even get a chance to kick one?
No, sir, I was not expecting to kick the field goal there at the end of the half.
So does it make you excited, or how do you feel when you know there's a chance to go out there at a 52-yarder?
Yes, sir, it made me excited. Definitely an unreal moment.
So when you think about you had to still have that missed extra point, which you never do. You're pointing that out. I don't know. First of all, what happened on the missed extra point?
I just pulled it left, so definitely gonna bounce back next week.
Yeah, hey, even the best miss occasionally. But then, of course, making that 52-yarder had to feel extra special. And of course, with a team that's got such a dynamic offense, you score most of your points on extra points.
Yes, sir.
So you think about the opportunity to kick a field goal. What goes through your head?
Like I said, it was just an unreal moment. I wasn't expecting to kick it, so felt good.
Yeah, and the whole team just went absolutely crazy. And what, anybody say anything to you at halftime?
Yes, sir. They were all like clapping for me in the locker room, so it's nice.
Nice. It's got to be nice also to know that no one's going to be blocking it because of guys like this guy right here.
Yes, sir.
You've been playing with him for a while.
Yes, sir.
And so this is Cooper Eastman joining us here on the postgame show. And And Cooper, Brandon said that you're pretty big.
Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, slightly above
David,
average,
I need you to stand next
Cooper
to him.
Eastman playing next year, committed to playing at Air Force. Is that correct? Sure. Yes. Yeah. So committed to play at Air Force. What went into that decision?
Well, my entire life, the goal's always been military. Even before football, it's been military. So when I finally got that Air Force offer, it was everything I ever wanted, and I just took it. No point waiting for something else.
Right. Yeah, no question. So, you've been a Warrior all year. Of course, seemed to be a little bit nicked up today, but it didn't look like they were going to be able to keep you out.
Yes, sir. I can play on one leg. I can play on no legs. I can dominate these guys no matter what.
So this team so far we've played pretty well, but this really was the most dominating performance of the season. What made you think that your offense could be so dominant?
Well, we definitely got one of the biggest offensive lines we ever had. Me and Casey are both D1. Burley's 6'6". Jason and Jace, both of them are like 250 pounds. This is just the biggest offensive line we've ever had, and when you're going against these 4'11 DTs weighing 100 pounds, they just don't stand a chance against us.
So you just got a chance to push them around today, and what about the play of your defense? I know you were sitting on the offensive side of the ball, but what about the defense tonight?
You know, the defense was getting them off the field a little bit too fast. I always like to sit and catch my breath, but I guess I can't really complain because they held them to, 14 points? Yeah. So, yeah, I can't complain other than I'd like a longer rest on the sideline in between drives.
Hey, Cooper, but just talk about your Sarissa coach was super important to you, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I learned everything from my Sarissa coaches, and I also have to give Coach Glenn a shout-out, making it so we can run the ball. But especially Coach Griffin, Coach Chad, Coach Chris, Coach Makeda, all those dudes.
Thanks, Cooper. Hey, it's good to have you guys. Congratulations, and 2 more to win a district championship.
Absolutely.
And that is our players of the game. That is Cooper Eastman and Gabe Pindiala joining us here on the postgame show. We're going to be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Paul McDill of Community Life Church. We have a campus that's conveniently located right here in Sunnyvale. And as the new school year begins, it's the perfect time for you to join us. At Community Life Church, we believe in the life-changing power of God, and we know that people meet God here. At our Sunnyvale campus, we are adding a service starting September 8th so that we can have room for you. Our new service times will be 8:30, 10, and 11:30. We offer something for everyone: dynamic worship, inspiring messages, and programs for all ages. Our children's programs provide a safe and fun environment where kids can grow in their faith and make lifelong friends. Teenagers find a place to belong, discover their purpose, and develop leadership skills in our vibrant student ministry. All the details of where we are located and when we meet are in the caption, and you can check us out online at clifec.com. So we'd like to invite you to join us this Sunday at Community Life Church as we kick off the new school year. Let's grow together, support one another, and make this season of life the best one yet. We can't wait to welcome you home.
Well, 58-21 is our final. The Sunnyvale Raiders knock off the undefeated Quinlan Ford Panthers. And the Raiders have 2 more district games and an opportunity to move to 8-1 next week against Wills Point on senior night. Appreciate all of you tuning in. We're so grateful for Raider Media and all that it means and all that it will mean in the days ahead. We are doing all that we can to continue to improve the broadcast and to make this mobile opportunity or this mobile unit work better and better. So for everyone that's been a part of this one, for the Godfather getting everything ready for us so that we could get all of the proper stats and all of the schedules and the history, it's super important, and we're grateful for all the work that he does. For Buck Baskin and his team, certainly grateful for all of the work that they do, and Buck has been working diligently to make these broadcasts better and better. So for Brandon Krauska, I'm David Griffin saying so long from Quinlan, Texas, where the Raiders prove victorious 58-21. And we'll be back on Raider Media.